Hello everyone, welcome to the Footballbets4u Podcast, episode number 27 of season 6. Lads, what is the crack? I'm joined this week by Water.
Happy birthday, Collys.
Cheers, Water. Paddy. You know I'll have to say it now.
Happy birthday.
Lawler.
Happy birthday.
Chris.
Happy birthday.
And Melon.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Is that milk? Are you drinking milk?
Oh my god, is it you drawing up attention to yourself
Your
already?
hair wasn't bad enough.
But he's not old enough with that hair, yeah?
Milk and cookies. Unreal.
You think Macaulay Culkin?
He hasn't seen himself. Lads, we're going to be looking at the fixtures for this week. So we're going right up to Thursday, which will bring us up to the Leicester and West Brom game. We have the ultimate squad that we need to talk about. So we need to talk about week 1 results, and then we've got the draw for this week as well. So we'll be talking about that. We have the bets and the tips obviously at the end. And Connor was due on. He might be joining us later, and we might be looking at a little bit of the crypto corner. And we've also got the question section today, lads. We have a couple of questions from people on Instagram and stuff like that. So we'll run through a few of them. So lads, we're going to get started. I'm not going to forget, we're moving into Premier League review.
Unbelievable,
Nice.
Jeff.
Does not get better than that.
The quality just improves every week.
Oh, every week. Look at the background, lads. Look at me new background. We've got blue lights going on here. We've got John Terry and Lampard hugging each other here. We've got the John Terry captain's armband here of Thiago Silva over here. So, lads, unbelievable. Right, we're moving into the first game, lads. Friday night, 8 o'clock. Everton against Tottenham. 11-5 for Everton, 12-5 for the draw, and Spurs are 6-5. Paddy, I'll come to you first on this one. What do you think is going to happen? I believe you have a bit of a bone to pick with Mourinho and stuff he said.
Now, it does involve United as well, and just the spat he's having with Ole and the bullshit he spouts is double standards. So he was saying over last week that Ole has no right to talk to him because he has no trophies. He hasn't won anything in the game, which is fair enough. But Mourinho himself has come out and said that his greatest achievement in football is finishing second with United. 18 points Man City, yeah? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
So, in his psyche then, if Ole finishes second this year, 6-8 points behind Man City, in his head, does that make Ole a better manager than him?
What a show.
No, I don't know. I would guarantee if you asked him that, he'd say no.
I know, yeah. But he just talks
I'd say no.
some of the shite. And did you hear him after the feeding your kids?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just glad Son has a better father than Ole. Oh my God. I was like, I
do love him.
Ole's son came out the next day and started giving him sticks saying, oh, it's just because he didn't want to lose. Oh.
Yeah. I do still love him. I do, like, as a Chelsea fan, it's going to be hard for me to ever fall out of love him, whatever he does. But sometimes I just think he gets a little bit stale and he turns a little bit grumpy. But I fucking love Mourinho. I love all that type of fucking stupid shit.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
entertaining.
And it's great when he's giving out about your manager because then your manager has done something good against him.
Exactly, yeah.
Because he's giving out.
He gives like kind of backhanded compliments, like.
Where do you think he'll end up next?
Sky Sports punditry.
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
It might even happen. Might be BT.
Yeah, it could be BT. Yeah, he could be lowering the standards.
Yeah, I think he was giving out about some of them in Sky Sports. So yeah, they won't have him back.
Lads, just a quick one. We'll just jump into before we get the opinions. Just one or two comments in there. So, erectile dysfunction is back with a bang. Happy birthday, Collys. Cheers, pal. Appreciate it. John Flood is in. Is that Justin Bieber? we did think it ourselves. And I did say if John Flood is on, he's going to have a field day with Melon's hair. So I was fucking right there. And happy birthday. Cheers, John. And we have Nils Conway Morris. Happy birthday, Collie. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. So, Paddy, back to you on the game this week. What do you reckon on this one?
Everton haven't been able to really get the results that they need to get into that top 4. They've been trying as hard as they could, but Calvert-Lewin is just not producing the goods anymore. Spurs are just a shocker of a team. Like, considering where they were last November when they were like top of the league, and then they bottled it against Liverpool, and since then they've just been on a downward spiral. For this one here, it's hard to pick a winner, so I'll probably just go with the draw, to be quite honest with you. But I'll go with a score draw.
Yeah,
I think I'll go with a 1-1 because if Spurs go one up, they'll just slip back, and that's what they do now, and that's why they keep losing, because they haven't got the same defensive qualities. Mourinho doesn't, as he did say at Chelsea, Inter Milan. So when they go a goal up and they try to sit back, they just get destroyed then. So I'm going to go for 2-2, and I'm going to go for Son to score first.
Very good. Chris, what do you reckon?
Yeah, same as Paddy. I think it's a difficult one. I have a feeling that that shit with Mourinho is going to carry over. Like, he does look like he's lost the players, like lost the dressing room a bit. So I think that them listening to him talking shite is probably just going to carry over into the game. I think there's
no doubt the WhatsApp group is going mad there, where they're all like, "What the fuck's this?"
Oh yeah, has to be. They're all. I'd say, yeah. Well, it's hard to say, obviously, but if it was me, and I know I'd definitely be having a pop with them.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think they'll come out and they'll be pretty sluggish. I don't think it'll be a great game overall. I can see Everton going ahead and holding on to a 1-0 from like a set piece or something. So I'll go for a goal from Michael Keane.
Oh, nice having me fancy football. Lala, what you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a tight game, and I do think what's going on in the background at Spurs is really going to affect them. It was tight in the last league game. I think Everton came out 1-0 winners. I know they met in February in the FA Cup, and it was like 5-4 or something after extra time.
That was the penalty shoot.
Oh, penalty shoot, it was 5-4. Yeah.
Wasn't it? No, it was actually a match.
Fuck yeah, I was going to fuck this game. Jesus. But yeah, they have been tight games. I do think what the lads have said already about Mourinho and what's going on there, the players definitely have to be kicking up a fuss, and they're clearly it's not a happy camp. I think they'll wait until after the cup final before. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose that cup final, if Mourinho's gone shortly after. But I can't see any decision coming before then. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go 1-0 Everton.
Right.
And James Rodriguez.
Very good. Melon, what you reckon?
Yeah, pretty much same as what the three lads have said. They've been spot on. I think also with Spurs, they have the whole Harry Kane situation too, kind of talking about potentially leaving if Spurs don't get Champions League football. So that, with everything that Mourinho's doing, can't really be doing too well for the dressing room. Everton haven't been great either, drawing against Brighton last week. I actually think this one's going to be a draw. I'm going to go 1-1 draw, and Harry Kane.
Very good. War.
Yeah, I think this is probably. I think everyone's back to draw so far, and I'm going to go with that myself. Like, Calvert-Lewin is out for this game.
There's been 4 of us. 2 of us have picked a draw.
I've been watching the match at the same time. I've been watching the match at the same time, so the people that I was listening to had both said a draw, so I was like, right.
It's nice to know where your priorities lie. Yeah.
I do the fucking same thing, and I get abused now, because sometimes you have to just drift off. You're doing something else, and then all of a sudden you get abused for it. Like,
no, if you're truly professional, you don't have to drift off.
No, it's like a lot of stuff going on in the background here, Paddy, you know.
Yeah. Blue lights and all are going on in the background here.
A lot of vodka drinking going on here.
And a birthday present there in the background.
Yeah. I'm on my birthday present. Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
You're all right.
You're sitting on it.
Look, did me not listening just make a bit of content for this podcast? Everyone laughing along. So, like, look, it all benefits everyone in the end. But
yeah, for the whole show.
But Calvert-Lewin is out for the game with Tottenham. The thing of Harry Kane, the news that he's going to leave if Champions League doesn't happen within like 2 days before the actual United game is quite surprising. So you'd be wondering what is definitely going on in the dressing room.
He won't
I
go.
think it'll be.
I know he'll want to go,
not think.
but I think Daniel Levy will price him out of the market. No one will be able to afford him because he's 3 or 4 years left on his contract. I wish we could get him. But
Kane?
Yeah.
Kane's gone.
Yeah. He signed
He signed to 2026.
He signed a really long contract.
Daniel Levy will just price him out of the market. I'm telling you.
But at the same time, like Daniel Levy's not going to leave him like unhappy with the squad, like to rot. Like
but he's the type of player that, like, if he stays for the new season, he'll just play and he'll just score.
Yeah.
He's 29 though, so if you're going to cash in on him,
you need to do it now. Yeah, exactly. Because he's going to be, 33, 34 when that contract's up, and like, who's going to spend that much? He'll probably still be scoring at that age, but no one's going to fucking fork out 100 million for him, like, at that stage.
And
if they lose him, what the alternative is? They lose him, and how do you replace Harry Kane?
Yeah.
He's one of the best strikers in the world.
You can't, but like, he's the only player they have. So they can't build a squad around him anymore. So it's pointless really having him.
And if you lose Kane, do you lose Son as well? Because Son surely wants that partnership. Like
that will start the exodus.
Well, unless someone wanted to take the the main man role.
Yeah,
not if they're
not because he does have the talent. He's a good player, Son. But again, it's just all about building that midfield up as well. The way Mourinho plays just doesn't suit them. They're just fucking shocking.
Yeah. Well, sorry, back to you there on your predictions.
1-1, and I'm going to go for Harry Kane to score.
Okay. Lads, I'm actually similar enough. I think it's going to be kind of... I might be end-to-end this game, or else it could be a fucking snooze fest. Like, it's going to be one or the other. Like, but I do think it may be a draw. I do think both teams will score. And I am going to go with a 1-1 draw myself, and I'm going to say... I'm going to say the Celso. It'd be an interesting one to see if he plays. But I'm going to go with him to bag a goal. So, lads, we'll move on from that. We're going to the next one. 12:30 on Saturday, Newcastle and West Ham. Newcastle are 5-2 for the draw on West Ham, lads. I don't think we can ignore what West Ham are doing at the moment. They've been absolutely quality. I've been kind of they're almost like a Leicester for me, where when they won the league, where I'm like, right now they're going to slip up, and I'm like, they haven't been fucking slipping up, so I'm kind of a little bit fearful. Obviously, Chelsea being in that position now, like, and needing them to drop points, like, but they've been quality. Laura, I'll come to you first. Obviously, your brother is a West Ham fan. What's he making of the season himself? Like, is he must be fucking buzzing about that, like.
He's absolutely buzzing. He thinks I'm going to get him West Ham tickets for the Champions League because I live over here. But not really hope me getting those, even if they do manage to get Champions League. But they've just been. I think they're great to watch. David Moyes has really set them up well. What's worrying me about them though is them leaking goals towards the end of the game when they're getting nervy. Like, they've managed to hang on in the last 2 games where they went 3-0 up and then started conceding goals, but they've managed to cling on there, which is good to see as well. Yeah, that they can manage to. Obviously, it's not good to see that they're fucking conceding those goals once they've gotten the lead, but at least they're hanging on.
Look, everyone's going to concede goals like that at the end of the day. Like, it's just what they do after that.
Poor game management, though.
Yeah, I think he's got a great feel about things, and I thought he's bought well in the transfer windows that he's had as well, which is,
Yeah, it's unusual for a West Ham team.
He got knocked back. He had an unbelievable career at Everton. Came to United, got 18 months, and fucking everyone thought that was the end of him. Went to Sociedad, but he's done such a good job there at West Ham. And I'm delighted to see him do well. I'd love to see them get into the Champions League. I know that mightn't be great for you, but the way Leicester are going at the minute.
Hold on a second, right? Every fucking week we have this issue with your fucking accent. What is that about?
Collys just going mad because you said Chelsea mightn't get into the Champions League.
What the fuck, Lala?
Look, I'm adding words to my vocabulary. That's all.
You can add words, but not accents.
Yeah, accents don't count. Like, you can't add accents. He's
not an accent. That's a fucking word. It's a slang term.
No, but you know what it is? A fucking. That's an accent.
Much more. I don't know.
You see not how to speak like a Dubliner anymore. It's embarrassing.
Look, you will you bleeding stop? I'll fucking tell you. I don't want.
That's how much about fair C.
Go on, keep rocking there.
Keep rocking. Oh, keep rocking. Oh,
Trying to stay in touch with his young son.
you're all right. Keep rocking, guys. You fucking.
Is that what the cool kids saying? The young kids?
Oh no, I'm under contract here, so I better not say it. And I can't.
Exactly, yeah. Not the sense of it.
I actually nearly said something there. It was nearly a slip of the tongue, and I just.
Well, what do I do? And you know what? I'm waiting for it, and then it's going out on purpose.
I'm gonna go with West Ham on this all day. I do think Newcastle will probably stay up as much as Kieran will absolutely love that. I'm going to say that.
Steve Heads.
Yeah, I'd love to see Fulham stay up. No, I do think West Ham are going to win this, and I'm going to say 2-1 to West Ham. West Ham to go take the lead, but they possibly will concede one. So yeah, West Ham's 1.
Very good. Water, what do you reckon?
I had to put my hands up. I made an outrageous statement last week saying that Leicester were a level above West Ham, and everyone slaughtered me. I'm putting my hands up and saying I was wrong. I'm embarrassed.
The only reason you're doing that is because you've been so right about Fulham. That's the only reason that you're doing that.
Yeah.
And you're loving it.
Yeah, of course, but I'm admitting I'm wrong here. It's the first step in all of this process.
Fair enough.
It's going to be West Ham win. Lingardinho is running the show. He's fucking loving life down in London. Fucking break dancing with Declan Rice in the dressing room as of today. It's going to be 3-0 West Ham with Lingard to get 2.
I'm just giving them motivational speeches all the time. Me and him meet up all the time, pals. Jay
I've got to ask you, Warren. You've been back in fucking.
I have arthritis or something.
Go down. But if Newcastle lose this, that opens the door up for Fulham. But you just think that's what's going to happen.
They still have a game in hand, Collys. It's all right. I think it's more at risk West Brom are going to catch Fulham than Fulham are going to catch Newcastle.
Fair enough, yeah. West Brom only 2 points behind Fulham and a game in hand over them. So yeah, very likely. Chris, what do you reckon on it?
Yeah, somewhere probably closer to Water. Sorry. I think West Ham are going to run away with it. Like, I do agree to a certain degree that like the game management is definitely a weak point for them. But when you look at the teams that they've played against, they've all been good attacking teams. So it would make sense for them to be more likely to score, especially at the end of the game when they're chasing something. So when you look back, like I think the last team they played that weren't that good, I didn't have a good quality, were Sheffield, and they won comfortably, like it was 3-0. So I think they'll have a similar kind of game against Newcastle. I actually think it might be 4-0. And I think it's hard to look past LJ links for first goal.
Sorry lads, you might see me laughing there, but I just cannot help laugh at this that's been put up by Lawler there. What's up, group? Tim Allen. Oh, that is unbelievable. Lawler, we'll come to you, or Bruno. We'll come to you. Fucking shout and a half. What do you reckon's going to happen in this one?
Yeah, same as the lads. I can't really see past West Ham. Like, it's mad how much of a difference Lingard has made.
Never mind West Ham.
Melon's got to come out with a shaved head next week.
I could fucking do with it. What do you think, United fans with Lingard? Like, where was this form at United, or like, why didn't we see it at United?
I think he's just a massive confidence player, and like he went through that good patch when him and Rashford were like that breakdancing all around the place together, and they were banging in goals for fun. But then, like when you get players like Bruno, no offense, Melon, when you get players like Bruno that come in, like they obviously are just on another level, and I just don't think that Jesse Lingard is at that level to compete with players like him. I like him as personally. I like him as a player. As a person, he seems like he's obviously got his priorities outside of football as well. Fair play to him, but like I think that a team like West Ham or basically a team that's not going to attract the big name players, and no offense to him or anyone at West Ham, but those kind of big name money players, like that's the type of environment that I think he'll flourish in.
I think the players as well that are at West Ham might suit them as well. There's none of those big time Charlies. Like there's the hard working. You've got your Declan Rice, you got Mikel Antonio, top quality players, but players who work hard for what they've got. And I think having that around them rather than maybe trying to compete with the Paul Pogbas and Marcus Rashford.
He is kind of the big name in the squad at West Ham, isn't he? Like he's kind of, it's obviously what he looks for, what he needs. But it's just mad to see the difference he's made with West Ham since he's come in. It's almost like his time at United or whatever. He's bringing that kind of leadership to West Ham, and he's the experienced head in the dressing room. Like,
it's a win-win for United.
Yeah, it is.
In the sense of like they're getting a decent squad player back, or else they'll use him as a make weight maybe to get Declan Rice or something like that.
Yeah, but as well as his market value is going up week by week, isn't it? The way he's playing, like I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I believe there was like some personal issues, like as well when he was at home. He took on a lot of responsibility in Manchester with his family and stuff. So maybe not having that kind of pressure, being down in London and away from that has really helped him as well. Like so. Yeah, he's definitely flourishing.
Look, I'm going to go for a 2-0 West Ham win, and I'll go Lingard.
Nice one, Paddy.
Newcastle starting to get a few other, decent players back now. Maximum and who's the striker? Who's their striker?
Wilson.
Wilson as well. So I don't think they'll be as fragile as they have been in the last couple of months. West Ham have rode their luck a little bit, as good as they have been going in front. They've conceded a lot of goals in not only their 2 matches, the last 3 or 4 matches now they've conceded an awful lot of goals. Newcastle need the win. West Ham need to get top 4. I can see another draw. I can see another maybe 2-2 draw, and I'll go with Jesse Lings to score first.
Okay. War?
I've done it already, haven't I?
I don't know. I can't remember who has done it and who hasn't done it.
It's his age. It's his age. Remember.
You're the only one left.
Okay, right. It's right. Lads, I kind of think West Ham are like bang on form at the moment. I think I'm just waiting for that little dip to happen, and I'm just waiting for Chelsea to swoop in there. But it's almost like I'm expecting fucking Chelsea to have a little dip now before West Ham. So Chelsea have I don't know, but I think Chelsea may have a tougher run of games than West Ham. So I don't know. Chelsea are going to win the Champions League anyway, so it's not going to matter. But I'm just saying, it would be nice to secure 4th place. But I do think West Ham will probably get the win here. I'm going to go. I think it might be tighter than the lads are thinking. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win. Go on, what are you saying, Lola?
Tighter than the lads are thinking. 3 of us said 2-1.
Someone not say 3-0.
I said 2-0.
I said 3-0.
I said 4-0.
Yeah, 3-4-0. Fuck you. Fuck them out, you strikers. Go fuck yourself.
What do you mean big? The rest of us were tight as an knickers. Like, come on.
Well, I was referring to Chris Water, right? It's not going to be as fucking mad as they say. No, I do think
Collys definitely going to clip Graham saying tight as a nun's knickers and sharing it online.
Just a 1 hour loop. A 1 hour loop. No, I am going to go with a 2-1 win for West Ham, and I'm going to go with Bowen to score because I say him every week and he never scores. So
eventually he'll be right.
Eventually he'll be right. Yeah. We'll move on to the next one. Wolves and Sheffield United, lads. We'll just get fucking score prediction on this now. Let's talk about either of these teams. 4-6 for Wolves, 13-5 for the draw, and 19-4 for Sheffield United. Water, we'll come to you for a score prediction on this one.
2-1 Wolves with Traore to get an assist. So I'm not going to do a goal score. I'm going to get an assist there.
You're an assist, interesting. Paddy?
1-0 to Wolves, Traore to score.
Okay, Mel.
2-1 Wolves. Neto,
I think, is injured. I think he's injured.
Fuck, okay. Connor Cody.
He is red on me fantasy football, but that could mean anything because they are very inaccurate. So, but as far as I know, he is. I think he was taken
Neto
off.
or Cody, one of them.
Right, Chris.
2-0 Traore score first.
Okay, and Lala.
1-0 Sheffield United. Just to be fucking awkward.
Controversial.
Well, I mean, it's not awkward. It's more just
Awkward looking for a goal scorer. Here's the goal scorer.
Yeah,
it's awkward looking for a goal scorer. All right, you're dead
Because
right.
you don't know anyone in the squad.
you could go with Dion McGoldrick.
I could go with Fleck.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
You could.
I could, but I'm not
There you
going
go.
to. I am going to stick with. I'm going to go Billy Sharp.
Oh, that's a good answer. I'm gonna say, lads. I'm gonna say 2-0 to Wolves, and I'm gonna go with Podence to score.
He's a good player.
Right, hold on a second. We've just a comment in there from the old lads. Grey Goose talking Champions League. Man City fan, of course, would say that. Man City fan, of course, would say that. Lads, we're moving on to the next game, which is Arsenal and Fulham, London derby, right around the corner from Lawler. 1:30 on a Sunday. That's not right, is it? Yeah, it is. 1:30 on a Sunday. Arsenal and Fulham, 8-11 for Arsenal, 13-5 for the draw, and 4-1 for Fulham. Chris, what do you reckon on this one? Arsenal obviously hit and miss.
Yeah.
Fulham struggling.
3-0 up at the moment.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Arsenal are doing well now. They're 3-0 up at half time. So if the game keeps going that way, they'll carry a bit of momentum into this game. Like, you would look like, just in general, maybe even just a force of habit from over the years of Arsenal being a big team, that your knee-jerk reaction is just go Arsenal win.
Yeah.
But with it being a derby game, they're always going to have that little bit of bite, I think, in them. And Fulham are going to put it up to Arsenal a little bit more than they would any other team, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I'd actually think it'll be a good game. I can see Arsenal winning it. Score-wise, I'd say maybe 2-1 Arsenal. And scorer, Aubameyang.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal and Lacazette.
Interesting. Paddy?
Yeah, I'd go for Aubameyang myself as well, but he's been kind of ousted from the team by Arteta for some reason. Fulham have let me down so much over the last, say, 3-4 weeks. I keep on thinking they're going to get a result and they're going to, get over Newcastle. And I kept thinking it, but I've lost all faith now. So I think Arsenal are going to win them, and are going to win fairly convincingly. So I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal and Lacazette score first.
Very good. And Lawler?
Yeah, I'm going to go Arsenal convincingly. And back up what the lads have saying, they've won by 3 or more goals in the last 3 games against each other. So definitely going to go with an Arsenal 2-0 lead, 2-0 win though, not quite 3.
So, that was a weird way of putting that. A 2-0 lead, but a 2-0 win, not a 3. That's the weirdest one.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, okay.
You said have a drink for your birthday. Some things are just going to be said, get mistaken. Like, right?
I love it. So I got 2-0 and goal scorer.
2-0 Odegaard.
Oh, interesting. Not seen a lot from him. Like, not enough. Haven't seen enough from him. I do think that Arsenal are going to win this. Was he injured? Was he?
Yeah.
All right. I do think Arsenal are going to win this one. I think it'll. I don't know. I think it'll be tight enough. Then I think they might just nick another goal. So I think I'm going to go with 3-1, and I am going to go with Lacazette because, like as Paddy was saying, he is kind of Aubameyang is kind of struggling with goals and stuff like that, and he's kind of been hit and miss as well. Like I would say about him, like
as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like getting dropped and stuff like that, which is like. Let's be honest, he has a new contract and stuff like that. He probably doesn't give a shit anymore. Like he got what he wanted. Like he's got his little payoff there.
Again, all over again.
Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna say 3-1. And I'm gonna say Lacazette. Man, just a quick one. We had another one in, and this was actually a personal text message I received from your brother saying congratulations on getting Justin Bieber on the show. So Justin Bieber, absolutely uncanny.
Who said that?
Dano Jones, yeah, brother. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see.
Take these compliments when they're coming.
Well, it's only the hair. It's literally only the hair. It's zero else. It's no money, no singing talent, nothing.
Yeah, until people see it in real life and you're like 7 foot tall.
Yeah. Lads, we're going on to the next one. We're going to do that, lads. We're going to look at this one. I know going through all the matches can be a little bit longer. I think we were talking about maybe breaking it up a bit. So I'm going to break it up. So we'll have a look at this match. And then we'll just have maybe 1 or 2 questions that we had over the weekend or whatever. And we'll jump back into them then. So
I hope you have a graphic for those questions.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. You better believe I do. Lads, United and Burnley on Sunday at 4:00. United are 1-3. The draw is 4-1, and Burnley are 8-1. 8-1. Massive price on Burnley. Chris, coming to you first. Obviously, United fan. We've got 4 of them here. Talk to me a little bit about United and how they've been playing lately, and like in terms, we always hear Paddy kind of relating to United as having good progress and stuff like that. Do you feel like the same type of thing? Like you're getting good progress from them. There's definitely something to look for in the next kind of year or two, and you're going to kind of start expecting a bit more from them. Like,
yeah, 100%. Like there's, I think we started off being like inconsistent but still getting results, and we were just looking at it being like, Jesus, we are really lucky to get a goal or to get a result against that team or whatever the case was. But now it looks like we're actually earning the goals or we're earning the results a little bit more. Which,
yeah. I just wanted to have that in there, make sure that everyone saw that. I love it though.
I thought I was missing something there. I'm nearly down to be point to win.
Are we all doing that?
Some kind of drinking game I wasn't aware of. But anyway, yeah, I know.
Like flies. What's going on?
Because they're talking about United Melons.
Yeah, you're trying to down that drink in private because it gets.
Anyway, I think we're starting to get a bit of consistency out of some of the lads. I think particularly at the back, I was pretty critical of Harry Maguire for a long time. But I think the last 2 or 3 games he's been really impressive. I think he's led the line well. He's been pretty calm on the ball. He hasn't made any major mistakes. He hasn't been letting himself get bullied as well, which I thought I wasn't happy with. He was getting bullied off the ball by people he shouldn't have been. Yeah. And Lindelof, to be honest, I haven't spoken about Lindelof or given out about him in a long time, which is probably the biggest compliment I could give him. So I think, like, as far as that partnership goes, it's probably at the best it could be at the moment. Luke Shaw obviously has been in class. I'm not going to go through the whole team, but like I do think that at the back we are getting a bit more consistency, and we're starting to see, and especially from the goalkeeper now. I think having Henderson in, I'm really not sure about that. That position in general. Like I don't know who I want my number 1 to be, if I'm very honest. I think like Henderson is good, but like De Gea has been world class for a long time. Like, yes, he's had a few mistakes and he's had a bit of time off now as well. But I don't know if they did it deliberately. But last week before the game, when they were talking about the goalkeeping position on Sky Sports, they like went in and showed De Gea doing his warm up, and he like dropped and missed like 5 balls in a row. It was comical at the time, and I don't know if they did it deliberately, but it was funny anyway. But so for me, I'd agree with the comment of like we are starting to get more consistent and we are starting to see a bit more progress and some promise. Whereas if you'd asked me 6 months ago, I'd have thought we needed probably 8 players. Now I'd probably be more looking at like 2 or 3, and we're really in a much stronger position.
Where do you think our most important signing should be?
For me, a striker, like an out-and-out goal scorer, I think is someone that we need.
If we get to keep Cavani, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like Cavani, but like I think we do need to build for the long term as well at the same time. I think if we could keep Cavani and
get Mason is that. Like, I mean, keep Cavani.
Well, I don't think Mason is a striker, to be honest. Like, I'd rather see him playing out wide. Yeah, I'd rather see him playing out wide, at least for a few years. Because I think but like when you look at the goal he made for Cavani last week or during the week, that ball, like, because he can play on either side, that ball just gets played back to him and instinctively he's whipping it in. So I think for that type of thing, he's class.
I think they're different type of players though. Like, yes, they're both great goal scorers, and I do think Greenwood has the potential to be a top class centre forward. But in terms of like Cavani's hold-up play, his deft little movements and stuff that he has is just quality. Like, and I don't think that's within Greenwood. I think
but Greenwood, that's why Greenwood will learn from him over the next year if we get to keep him.
He said that
so much.
Greenwood has come out and said that Cavani's been great in the dressing room and in training with him, that he's learning a lot from him. So, yeah, Greenwood is like a future Ballon d'Or winner. I'm 100% confident of that. Like, he's going to be class. He's very mature.
That's a bold fucking statement. Bold fucking statement. That's an outrageous shout.
Good luck clipping that and bringing it back when I'm 60. Like.
That's getting clipped, and that is like, I want to.
Internally blew off there.
Jesus Christ!
Stop.
I don't know if I'm gonna be alive now when that happens. Like,
you probably will, yeah.
Fucking hell.
But no, I do. I think he's like, he reminds me of Van Persie a lot, like with some of his movements and just the way he runs, the way he dribbles, the way he shoots. Even he just reminds me stylistically of Van Persie. But yeah, anyway, to this match specifically, I don't know why, but Burnley to me are always a team that I'm afraid of, because they're like a terrible matchup for the style of play that we want to play. Like, we need somebody who's going to come out against us and try and play a bit of ball. Whereas I think historically Burnley have come and kind of tried to park the bus and hit us on the counter, or even worse, where they go one up in early and they just leave one man up top and 10 men behind the ball, and it's just an absolute torturous event then for like 70-80 minutes. So hopefully if we can get our shit together and just keep hold of the ball for the first 15-20 minutes, don't let them get any don't let them settle into the game, don't let them get any early chances, don't make any mistakes, I think we'll be all right then. I could see us going on to win pretty comfortably. But again, it just depends. I think the first 10-15 minutes of the game are crucial for us. I'd like to think that we'll do well, but I'll put my neck out on the line and say that we will. I'll go for...
You put your neck out on the line and said that fucking Greenwood's going to win Ballon d'Or, so you can't get much worse.
I'm more confident of that than I am, United beating Burnley. No, I'll go out. I reckon United will win it 3-0. And I think goal scorer will be Cavani.
Oh, interesting. Malin, coming to you there after listening to that outrageous statement there from that Chris just made. Can you just talk to me a little bit about that and then a little bit about what you think is going to happen in the match?
Yeah, it's mental to think that. I actually think Greenwood is class, and I don't understand why he doesn't start for United. I don't know how you think when Mbappe and Haaland are there now that Greenwood's going to be a better player than either of those.
Is that a question?
I'm just shocked. I don't know
what age. What age is Mbappe?
22, I think.
21, I believe. I thought he was 21, unless he's turned 22 recently.
Mbops, hang on.
Like Haaland, what's Haaland? 20?
22.
We should know this stuff before we start asking each other, lads. It's 22. Mbappe is 22.
Mbappe is 22.
Got it.
And Haaland, as soon as I type in Haaland, it comes up Haaland, Chelsea.
Yeah, good luck with that.
That's because you support Chelsea, you fucking donkey.
Haaland is 20, so it's only 2 years in the difference between them.
Never mind even Haaland and Mbappe. If anybody's going to win it before Greenwood, Phil Foden is going to win Ballon d'Or before Greenwood wins it.
So do you think that, like, for the next like fucking 20 years or sorry, not 20, Jesus, the next 10 years or so 20 that Mbappe and Haaland are going to win it?
I think
like a Messi Ronaldo situation.
He said Phil Foden there as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to be that situation with Ronaldo and Messi sharing it for 10 years or whatever, but I don't see Greenwood winning it. Look, he could come close if he actually fulfills his potential. But
listen, if you looked at Ronaldo when he was that age playing football, you wouldn't have said he was going to win as many Ballon d'Ors as he did. So it's impossible to say that. I'm just saying that I have a good feeling about it.
I just want to ask something, right? And I just want an honest opinion, right? The difference between Ronaldo and like Greenwood at this stage, right? Ronaldo had like absolute bags of pace, but he was a tricky fucker, right? Like Greenwood, let's be honest, right? He's good, has a very good left foot, and I'm not taking that away from him. I think he is class. To say he's going to get that at that level, I just don't think like is that you saying that the rest of the standard of the world is shit, or that he's actually just that good?
Collie, like you're going on about Messi and Ronaldo, like they're out of this world. That'll never be repeated again. So when they go, I get what Chris is saying purely because you can't really compare them to Messi and Ronaldo. It's going to be based on the new crop of talent. Like when you watch Greenwood, his finishing is up there with the best in the league.
Is it though? Right. Hold on a second, right? Is it actually up there? He scored a couple of good goals. Ollie came out and said he's the best finisher he's ever seen. Like that's
it only takes him like when he gets an opportunity, like more times than not, he finishes it. And he's good with his right foot, he's good with his left foot. He has tricks as well. Like you seen his goal there last week, I think it was, where he does a little dummy and puts it onto his right foot. Only after coming off the bench. He is, but do you know what? I actually think he's probably more talented than Rashford.
Yeah, 100%.
He'll be a much better player than Rashford. But I like what United are doing with him, playing him out on the wing, because I think he's the kind of eager player who likes to get at players, and I think in the future he's going to be a centre forward. And he'll get bags of goals.
So what do we say, right? Sorry, I just want to. What are we saying is his best attribute? Is finishing or what? Like,
finishing. His finishing is up there with
finishing. Okay, right. So that leads me on to my next point. He's got 3 goals this season.
Yeah, but
where he's playing,
3 goals.
And he hasn't been playing as the top man.
He's played
he's also not playing week in, week out.
How many goals did he get last season?
He's played 1,395 minutes. He's got 3 goals, lads.
How many goals did he get last season?
I'm not worried. I've got this season's stats. I don't live in the past. I'm living in the present.
How many assists has he got?
He's got 3 goals this season. Sorry, I just want to hold on a second. He's 19, and I want to ask about right. Fair enough. He had a great season last season, right? That's grand. Like whatever he scored, he scored. This season, he's played 1,395 minutes and scored 3 fucking goals, lads. And we're saying he's the best finisher at the club.
Right.
But Collys said that.
How many assists does he have?
Who said that?
He's got 2 assists. What?
But Colley, in comparison to like Werner, how many minutes has Werner played in the league?
Werner is shy. I'm not bringing up Werner to be the fucking Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, but when Chelsea signed him, he was one of the best strikers out there in Europe. Like,
so he's ruined him basically.
He's not now. Yeah, he's ruined. He's not good.
That's what happens. Any striker that goes to Chelsea, they get ruined.
Yeah, hold on, how's this turn on Chelsea? I'm talking about fucking
Frank
Greenwood.
as well.
I think
Lara, come in, please, because man's talking shit.
No, look, I do want to come in there, and look, I can understand where Chris is coming from. I can understand where Melon's coming from. I can sort of understand where you're coming from.
Like, get off the fence, will you?
No, I'm not going to be on the fence.
You understand where you're coming from as well, Paddy?
I'm going to come off the fence completely now, because fucking give me a sore arse.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I think
terrible.
I think Greenwood is world class, but Ballon d'Or winner.
Not yet. He's not.
He has the potential to be world class. You're right. He has the potential to be world class, and he has the potential to be a future Ballon d'Or winner should he reach that potential. But Cristiano Ronaldo's mentality and how he works to get where he got. Does Greenwood have that in him? I don't know. And there's where I have question marks over him. There was question marks earlier on in the season why Ollie wasn't playing him. Had something else happened in the background? Is he completely devoted to football, or is he kind of interested in other things as well? Like, so I would question if he'll have those distractions in the future, which might hinder his opportunities to become Ballon d'Or winner. The
whiskey's hitting hard.
I'm doing well here. So, there's a lot of question marks over that for me. Does he have that mentality? I do think Solskjaer has managed him well, not to rely on him and continuously play him. I think he's forced his way back into the squad in maybe recent weeks with his performances. He has the potential to be world class. Will you stop doing that with your hands? It's fucking weird.
Sorry.
But he has the potential. it's whether he has that mentality, and it'll be interesting to see over the next few years. Same with Phil Foden. The two of them had their few women over in the old hotel room, and
that's one thing you never would have seen with Ronaldo ever.
Yeah.
And that was the difference.
Yeah.
He was a professional through and through.
I just never got caught.
Yeah, exactly. He's better at doing it. Lads, I want to just get score prediction on this because we're 45 minutes in here. I want to do a break for a little bit. So, Melon, we're on you there. So, can you just throw a score prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 United. Fernandes.
You said water there, did you?
Yeah, okay. No, sorry. No, I'll go with water. I don't think you really got much of a chance to say it there. You need to say it, just say on what you need to say there.
Oh, no, it's all right. I didn't get to mention how shit Fulham were either. The last time you kind of skipped over me, so Fulham are shit. We're going down.
Down.
That's all I have to say. Yeah, United are going to win. They're going to win 2-1. It's going to be hard for. Who's going to get the winner? I'm going to go with Cavani to get the winner.
Just that bold statement.
Make your own rules.
Boy, us in the hole, man. They're gonna win well. Oh fuck, man.
I love the way like every game Water gives us a different like stat. We're going to be like first corner is going to be for Chelsea, like in one of the games. Like, it's either first scorer, last scorer. Like, what's going on?
Who have we knocked on to Paddy? I didn't get a score prediction off you today.
No, I'm going to go for United 4-1 and Cavani to score first. But just on the Greenwood thing,
I let it go, can you?
the Ballon d'Or is a bold statement, bold statement. I rate him. I think he could be a future striker for United, the future top striker of United. I think this year United's biggest priority is a centre back because Lindelof, even at the weekend, should have done better for Tottenham's goal. But I think Dean Henderson is our number one from now on after the season, and get a central defender in behind Harry Maguire, and there'll be no stopping us next season. No stop.
Okay. Lawler, have you given me a score prediction?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I'm going to go 3-1 United. Burnley to score first, but United to come back as they do.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with goal scorer. Who would I go with this week? Cavani. I'm going to say Cavani. I'm not going to go Greenwood just for argument. I'll go Cavani.
I just have a really quick question.
Right, go.
Do you think United will catch City?
No.
This year?
Yeah.
Behave yourself, will you?
What are you talking about?
Behave yourself.
I think United are capable of winning all the rest of their games, but I don't think Man City will lose 3 more games.
No.
And that's what we need.
That was well put.
Interesting.
Right, it's a good. You're right. It was a quick question because no is the answer. That's all.
It's my birthday, and I'll cry if I want to.
Yeah. Lads, quick one, right? Sorry, I'll just give me a score prediction. I do think United are going to win. I think it's going to be 2-0, and I do think Greenwood's going to. No. I think Cavani. Yeah, and that's a review. I do think Cavani will score. So I'm going to go 2-0 on that. Lads, I will be coming back to this at some stage about Greenwood and fucking. That's stuff we were saying.
Fucker will score a hat-trick now on Saturday.
Look, like I said, I rate him. He's a good player, but saying he's the best finisher you've ever seen, and I'm exaggerating. You know what I mean?
No, you're not exaggerating. You're talking to you.
Right. I'm just going to jump on to the comments real quick, lads. Just 3 or 4 more comments in there. John Flood has come in to me with, I presume this is aimed at me. Who's better?
There we go. There's a conversation for next week.
Greenwood. I'm going to just put it this way, right? In terms of who's doing more for their team, Mount.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. That I wouldn't compare them. I think Mount is a different type of player than Greenwood. Greenwood's going to be on the left and he's going to be striker.
Greenwood in Torquay, he'd do fucking great for their team as well.
That's the only way I can address that is by saying that Mount, I feel, is doing more for his team than Greenwood is at the moment. In terms of
you can't compare them because it's like comparing a defender and a striker. They're different positions on the field.
I don't feel like I would be able to justify saying Mount would be better or Greenwood would be better because
Mount or Grealish.
Again, if I'm talking about who's doing more for the team, it's actually probably Grealish.
Never going against the Chelsea player here. It doesn't matter.
Did you let me fucking finish? Who's got fucking Grealish?
Colly, will you turn that light on behind you red? Because you're very angry tonight.
What's going on?
I literally said 2 words. He's like, you won't go against Chelsea. I fucking just did. Fucking hell. No, but in terms of
Keep doing that. That's
it's 100% now. It's 100%
Yeah, that England midfield though. When you see Jude Bellingham and all last night, like Jude,
class.
Give us one of them.
Sorry, lads. On to the next one. This is obviously regarding Greenwood, and 100% agree. He wouldn't lace Phil Foden's boots. I think it's a fact. And then we've been coming in. Who do you reckon will win the Champions League? It's an interesting debate. I don't think it's one of. Here we go. Look, can't even fucking talk. It's one of our questions later. So Ian, you have to
wow, that's a great question.
It's a great question. We will cover it later on, though. I do have a team in mind, but I will reveal it later on. Lads, we're going to break up here, and we're like usually we would do. Which actually, Ian, you might want to stick around because the next thing that's coming up is.
Was that not the section a second ago?
No. That was the comment section. That was the comment section. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. So the question section, lads, I have 4 questions, but I'm going to just cover 2 of them now. We'll have a look, and then one of them is obviously, as Ian was saying there, so Rebecca Mills coming in with who's winning the Champions League. So I'm going to just give my opinion on it. You're going to completely fucking annihilate me, but I don't care because this.
Would this be similar to Chelsea are going to finish second?
Yeah, maybe. I just want to say, right, Liverpool getting knocked out
is bleeding deadly.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened. But I've got to put it down to Klopp and the amount of chances that they had. No, do you know what? I'm being harsh there. It's not the Klopp. It's on the football players. Salah had a one-on-one chance in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Should have scored, and it would have been 1-0, a completely different game.
It's the board's fault, Collie.
Liverpool, but I just feel it's the board. It's the injuries. It was Van Dijk's problem. Like Van Dijk wasn't there. How could they?
Van Dijk would have scored that.
Yeah. So I think Liverpool definitely could have went through against Real Madrid. If you're asking me who would I have preferred to play between Real Madrid and Liverpool, I probably would have said Liverpool, to be honest with you.
100%.
I don't know. I just feel like they're not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just feel like that might be just a better outcome for us. But look, I am going.
And you'd score.
This is what I think, and this is just obviously me. I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I do think we will get through against Real Madrid over 2 legs.
You've never played them in the chat.
Am
I really saying that?
Did you just start a sentence and immediately regret starting?
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that they've never played each other in the Champions League?
I can't remember them playing each other.
In the knockout stage, I don't think they've ever come across.
You're making it narrower now.
Yeah. At the semi-final,
they played each other in a final of the Champions League before.
This year, actually.
In the last 2 years.
And you can't underestimate Madrid and just brush over. I don't think that easily.
No, look, lads, I'll give my opinion and we'll run through everyone else. But I do think that Chelsea are going to get through Real Madrid. I think it's going to be very tight. I think Chelsea should have enough to get through it. I don't think they're the best Real Madrid team we've seen in years. I don't think Spanish teams have been the best Spanish teams we've seen in years. So I'm going to say Chelsea will get through to the final. And I'm going to say we are going to be playing against Manchester City, which is my ideal final. Not ideal for as a Chelsea fan where I think we can beat City. I'd rather play PSG. But my dad is a City fan and my brother is a City fan, so my house would be absolute fucking mayhem. So I think that would be.
Also distance.
I do think that would be my perfect one. But who do I think is going to win it? I really do hope Chelsea win it, but I think probably Man City. To be fair, Man City are probably going to win it. Paddy, what do you reckon?
I just can't look past Real Madrid and Zidane there. Like, it seems like every year Madrid start the season and you're saying, oh, they're finished, they're gone. And then they always finish strong. Look at them even in the Liga this year. We all thought Atletico Madrid were going to run away with the Liga. But Real Madrid now are just coming back, just the results when they need it. They have the players, they have the manager. The experience in their team to win is just phenomenal. I can't look past them. I don't think City will get past the next round. I don't think City will get past semi-finals. I think they'll bottle it. I think they'll bottle it, to be honest with you. And I think
two renowned bottlers in PSG and City, that's the only thing I would say.
But I think with what I seen with PSG was I thought if they were going to bottle it, they'd bottle it against Burnley.
Yeah,
and they didn't bottle it against Burnley. Mbappe and that other Brazilian lad, what's his name again? Neymar. Unbelievable, like FIFA football.
He's only like the third best footballer in the world, but whatever.
He doesn't play for United though, so I don't. He's not Greenwood.
Exactly.
So I personally think Real Madrid. I'd put my money on Real Madrid if I had to.
Okay. Laura.
Yeah, I'm kind of half with Paddy and I'm half not. Like,
you love the fence.
You love that fence, you must be stuck on it.
Your whole must be
I totally agree with what you said. You write off Real Madrid at the start of the last couple of years, and it's like they just fucking flick a switch. It gets to March time. It's like, right, lads, we better start playing now. Like, and like they've won 13 games unbeaten now.
I'm sorry, just one thing. I was looking at a stat the other day, which was really good. It was like the managers with the most wins in the Champions League ever. And Zidane's not even in the top 10. But yeah, how many Champions Leagues has he won?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
He's a genius, like, when it comes to the Champions League and managing teams. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
But he had Ronaldo at that time.
Yeah. So the form that Madrid are coming into now is good, but I always thought, even in the last round, that the winner was going to come from the other side of the draw. And I'm going to go with PSG to win. I think that,
yeah. Okay. Chris?
Collys crying.
As much as someone say Chelsea, please.
I think I don't think Chelsea have much of a chance, if I'm honest. And it's not just because it's you, Collie. I just think that having looked at Real Madrid in the last few games, like Kroos and Modric on their day, like they'll just boss any game and they'll do whatever they want to do. And I just think that give over. I just think that and Benzema is like a new man altogether. Like he's found great form. So I think
Did Milner break his ankle last night or something?
Who?
Milner. Horrific challenge in the first couple of minutes.
He fucking tried to break his ankle.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant did Milner but not break his ankle.
Yeah, so did I. It was very confusing.
He won't be playing any semi-final anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But anyway, I do think that Real Madrid. I think that Real Madrid will win at home, and they'll just be stubborn fuckers away. And I think that they'll get the victory overall. The other one again is more difficult. If I look at it, I think that both the PSG and City teams will win their home leg of the game. But I can see City scoring more goals at home than PSG will score at home. I think PSG in that first game will probably get a goal and be happy enough with that, just making sure that City don't get an away goal, and they'll sit back. But then in Manchester, I think City will get 2 or 3 against them.
Interesting.
So I could see City going through, and to be honest, like I could see City beating Madrid. So I'd go for a City win.
Cool. Lads, just before I go to war, we're just gonna fill this little shot glass up. Look, it is me 30th. I would have planned to be in Vegas, but I'm just as happy to hear doing this with you, lads. So I'm just gonna
fucking no, we don't get enough. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay,
take the gun away. I said it. But lads, I have just a shot glass there, and on the hour mark, I'm gonna do that and just sorry, we go back to war there. Go ahead.
So, Collie, this is going to be my birthday present to you because I'm actually going to agree with you, and I think Chelsea are going to do it.
I love you.
Everyone else is going to disagree with me here, but if you I watched the 2 games against Porto and how they managed the game.
Yeah, but it's also Porto.
Someone finally watched the fucking Chelsea game and has an honest opinion on it.
Managed the game against Porto. Yeah, well done.
No, here, look. Porto, if you watch Porto, they are fucking intense. They are intense. They're in your face. They're dogging. Well, aren't we lucky Stoke aren't in the fucking semi-finals?
Yeah, that's good.
I wouldn't mind watching
Porto.
Yeah. No, but I think City will go through. I know this Madrid team aren't great. Yes, they're winning, but they came up against a poor Liverpool side that should have really went through. They just missed their chances. And if it's a Liverpool team that aren't firing on all cylinders can break down Madrid, Chelsea shouldn't really have an issue. And then when it comes to City or PSG, who gets to the final, I don't really know.
Gotta interrupt the war. Lads.
Okay.
Shot of Grey Goose. Cheers.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
What's the significance with it being now on the hour?
Just the hour, because we always say we're going to get it under a show under the hour. Never happens.
Wouldn't be good to add that context in there.
Yeah, sorry for it. Yeah.
You weren't born.
People didn't disappear for fucking 3 years, Chris.
Listen, I have contributed so much to this pod, even in my absence. Listen.
I can't deny it. I can't deny it. I can't even deny that one. So, sorry, back to you there on that one.
Yeah,
Lads, sorry, if stuff starts going south from here, don't blame me. Blame the Grey Goose. So.
I don't know who Chelsea are going to face in the final. I have a feeling it will be City. But how they performed against Dortmund, I don't think they have enough to get over the line again. They got a penalty, which was dubious to say the least, to get them over the line.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. I'm all against handballs, man, but that fucker shouldn't have been had it. Shouldn't have had his hand out like that. Like.
No, it was very hard. It was very harsh. And if you try to get me to spell dubious, Chris, like I get to spell Real Madrid, it's just not going to happen.
Real Madrid. We got the WhatsApp group.
So I'm going to go for Chelsea to win it, just because they're so hard to beat more than anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Melon, what do you reckon?
West Brom did beat Chelsea 5-2 like 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying.
So what?
They're not.
Granada beat fucking Real Madrid 3-0 at the start of the season.
Yeah, Real Madrid are shit. Liverpool were just worse. I think the winner is going to come from the City and PSG game, and it's going to be a cracker of a semi-final. The other side of it, I do actually think Chelsea are going to beat Real Madrid. I just don't think they're going to win the Champions League. Yeah. I can see PSG beating City as well. I don't know who said they'll bottle it. Maybe it was Paddy who said that. Yeah. I think I kind of agree with that. I think PSG might have a bit too much. Sorry?
They nearly done it against Dortmund.
Yeah, it's true. They kind of scraped through that one. But PSG, like even against Bayern, I didn't see the first game, but I heard it was a cracker of a game. And then the second one I watched, and PSG on the counter attack, just the likes of Neymar not kind of passing or squaring it when he should have. Like PSG would have beat Bayern comfortably in that quarter final. Yeah. So yeah, look, I think the winner's coming from that side of the draw, and I'm going to pick PSG to win the
whole thing,
the Champions League.
Interesting. Right, lads, I think everybody's giving an opinion on that. We do have one or two more questions, like I was saying. They won't be as kind of intriguing as that, I don't think. This one will be a really quick one from me.
They won't send it anymore now. Anyway,
this one will be a quick one from me. I have no idea. I don't watch GA. Does anyone? No. The one person that does watch GA is now out of the stream at the moment. So, well, I don't know if you even watch it. I watch it. Oh, okay. We've got it. War, can you address this question, please?
I don't think they will. I think Dublin will definitely get to the final as they always do. I think Kerry will nick it this time.
Ooh, interesting. So what are we going for? 7 in a row now, is it?
Is it 7?
Yeah.
I think it's 7.
I think it's
Heaven.
7.
Yeah, they're going for 7 Heaven. Yeah. They were really lucky that Kerry got knocked out by Cork.
What are you, 3 in play school learning your numbers?
I feel like I'm playing Kings.
Yeah.
Kerry got knocked out by Cork very early, which was a big shock, and then Dublin had an easy run in, and they could literally just walk it. So I think Kerry will have their serious boots on coming in, and then they'll probably nick it.
Okay.
But I'd say the final will be within 2 points.
Right, okay. Right, there's your answer. AMCB 1977, whoever you are. Lads, we're going to just jump back into the rest of the matches. We're over an hour now. I know like this one's probably going to be a little bit longer because I think we're on fucking having a few drinks, but we'll just fly through certain matches. Actually, just a quick one before, because we are going on to Leeds now. We did have just another little comment in there from him while he goes, one more. What did you just make of the Leeds win over Man City? Look, what a win! Unbelievable. I thought when City had drawn level, I thought that was it. They were going to start scoring, but what a result! Like what a fucking I don't know what's it? What 2-1? Like you wouldn't have thought it, because when it went to 1-1, I was 100% sure that Man City were going to take the win. So yeah, lads, what did you just make of that, Paddy?
Yeah, I think again, our City's starting to rattle. And this is again why I said what I said about the Champions League. I'm not saying that they'll win the Premier League, because that's their bread and butter. They'll do it all year long. But I was very, very surprised with the result the weekend. Very, very surprised. Even though it was sandwiched in between the Dortmund games, I could never see it happening. And then against Dortmund as well, they weren't too convincing in either game. So I think the nerves are starting to kick in, because there's a lot of pressure now with this quadruple talk and everything else. A lot of big games coming up soon, and mentally, imagine as a player mentally going up against every one of these games and the pressure you're under. Like it's tough going, and I'm starting to see cracks coming into play, especially in that Leeds game.
Yeah, interesting.
Didn't Leeds go down a man at like half time?
Yeah, it was 10 men.
Yeah.
10 men as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's really surprising, that result, yeah.
Did you see the pass for the second goal for Leeds? The second goal, the true ball for Dallas.
Oh, what a ball.
Fucking
Outrageous.
Gorgeous. It was fucking gorgeous.
But like that is something that Leeds, like, to me, Leeds are probably one of the most entertaining teams to watch.
Wow.
100%, like, you know what I mean? And
Definitely.
I fucking love it. And you know what? I've been calling for it. Like, let's be honest with you about Leeds. They have a massive fan base over in Ireland, and I know that, like, my granddad used to support him, and I know at one stage maybe my brother was tried to support him, but he couldn't do it, so went to City. But that was very young, not a plastic fan. But then I look at, like, I know, yeah, no, I don't care. I'll throw him under the bus. Don't give a fuck. But no, look, when I look at, like, a lot of even the lads on the football team, there's a massive group there that's Leeds fans. I think they're probably the third biggest following in Ireland, and I know the girlfriend's father is a Leeds fan as well, so I would reckon that Liverpool United are probably the highest supported teams in Ireland, and then I'd say Leeds comes third, like.
But that's because they were fucking massive,
right.
like when
They
Billy,
were,
in the Billy Bremner days, like
back in the day, like.
They had loads of Irish players as well back in the day, so there
John
would be
Doyle's.
naturally a lot of people. Yeah. Good on Ian Hart.
Yeah, do you remember that, Paddy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ian Hart.
in the heart.
Gary Kelly.
Gary Kelly, yeah. So, like,
Smelly belly.
I do think Leeds for me are fucking brilliant to have back in the Premier League, and I love Bielsa. I think he's class. He's a class act. I don't know how he can stay hunkered on his knees for so long and not get dizzy every time he fucking stands up. Because I was building, like, lads, I'm on this new desk, obviously the new setup and all.
I was wondering how long
Just throwing it in there. Just throwing it in there. Just throwing it in there. But I was literally on my knees for 2 seconds, stood up, and I nearly fucking collapsed with the fucking, like, I need to go get a heart checked or something, because outrageous blood flow like that's going on. Like, I don't know how Bielsa has it. Like, I don't know how he has it.
Sarah was just dying to get you out of the kitchen.
Yeah. Lads, any other comments on Leeds, and we move on that game?
No, they remind me very much of Blackpool. I remember Lawler had a great love for Blackpool when Ian Holloway was there, and I think it was like Charlie Adam, all them different players were there. Who else?
All them different players.
Yeah.
Wait, what other players?
I don't know. I can't think of them. You love them so much, so you should remember.
Yeah, Gary Taylor. Remember fucking
Alex
Baptiste, centre half.
Yeah. Right, lads, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to disrupt us here. Just go back to the comments there. So, Daniel, I don't know if that's your brother, man, but Real Madrid at 4-1 for the Champions League. That's a great price. But again, they have to come past a brilliant Chelsea team. My dad said you're barred from his house, man. Just letting you know that. Right, lads, we're going to jump back into the games again. We're not going to spend too long on these, although this is a potentially game of the week, maybe. Leeds and Liverpool. Oh, Jesus, a bit of a dab in there with that as well, wasn't it? Hell. 8 o'clock on Monday, lads. 19-5 for Leeds, 16-5 for the draw, and 8-13 for Liverpool. Paddy, what do you make of this one? And what do you make? And I want your honest assessment of Liverpool. I don't know if you've seen them in the Champions League or not, but what do you think of Liverpool so far this season, their future, kind of?
I actually wanted to bring something up about the last couple of years and Liverpool's fans before Champions League games.
Okay.
And the way they're attacking the away teams, actually looking to damage the buses and stuff. Is that grounds for banning them from European competitions?
I believe so.
Yeah.
No, really,
Yes. I believe so. Why? Why should?
Is this allowed? Is this allowed? Do you hear this anywhere else in the world? I remember the last time I heard it was Galatasaray when United was going over.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Welcome to Hell. Remember Welcome to Hell?
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying during the week, and I was shocked. I cried a little bit. I was actually that shocked. I was like, poor Zinedine was sitting on there on his bus, having his baguette. He was eating a baguette, and he was enjoying his baguette. And next of all, some scouser threw a bottle at the window.
Why we shocked though? It happens all the time.
Yeah,
but I like to believe in the human race, that we're good human beings and all. But
that's just how they stop a bus. We put our hand out. We put our hand out with a bus. They throw bottles at.
Hold on. Hello, darkness, my old friend. He's just sitting there going, I am fucking no on any of this conversation.
It's been that shit of a season. He took the fucking Liverpool poster down.
Paddy, we're going back to this match. Leeds and Liverpool, the match. What do you reckon is going to happen, and how do you reckon?
I can't say. Yeah, I'll keep it short. I think it's going to be a Leeds win. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds, but I'm going to go Liverpool to score first. I'm going to go Salah to score first.
I'm going to ask you something, and I know it's probably playing on Mellon's mind as well. Obviously, Liverpool are now gone from the Champions League, which probably benefits them in terms of league. So, do you not
everyone because you don't have to look at them?
do you not think that this may kind of they don't have that distraction of the Champions League anymore now it's full focus on the Premier League?
Oh yeah, I do believe that's the way it would be, but I just think they're in a really, really bad place at the moment as a club.
Trying to recover too much.
The Aston Villa result last week kind of papered over a couple of cracks, but they scored in the last minute at home against Villa when they should have been winning convincingly that game. Especially the way, if you look at Tottenham beat United early in the season, and we came back and we made the result happen. Then this week, you come back. Liverpool were hammered by Villa earlier in the season, 7-2. You'd think that would be enough motivation for the team to come out and really give it a go. And they were just so lackluster. They were just shocking to watch. Scoring the last minute, good for their confidence, but then they get knocked out of Champions League. I think their confidence will be rock bottom this weekend. And I don't know. I just can't see them getting the result against Leeds.
And do you think? What did you say? Sorry, did you say 2-0?
3-1 Leeds.
3-1 Leeds. And goal score?
Salah to score for. I think Liverpool will score first, but I think Leeds then will just.
Okay. Chris, what do you
reckon? Yeah, well, based on form, I think it's going to be a Leeds win as well. Score, I think 2-0. I don't think Liverpool are going to score. And goal scorer, I'll go for. I think Bamford is out. Is he, or is he back?
No, I think he's okay.
I'll go for Bamford.
League, he's still in anyway. I just checked it there.
Yeah,
I'll go for Bamford.
He's still good. Water, jump on to you there. What do you reckon?
I'm gonna go for Liverpool, lads. I know they scrape by Villa, but Villa are a decent enough team. I do think they're gonna struggle to make top 4. Recently. Yeah, but look, they still have the players to damage Liverpool, considering where Liverpool are weak, whereas the centre defence, and Real Madrid kind of summarised it perfectly. And if you give Toni Kroos or Modric time to play a ball in between the centre half and the right full, they're going to expose them.
Yeah.
Leeds, do they play that kind of football? No, not really. They can give the ball away quite a lot. I think Liverpool will basically get a kick up the hole from midweek, and I think this will be a whitewash. I think this is going to be 4-0 Liverpool. I'd say all the chances that they missed during the week, they're going to absolutely just punish Leeds now going forward.
Interesting. And can we get a goal scorer from you?
I'm not going to go Trent last week, although I did call it last week. The amount of people writing to me saying, did you put money on that? And I was crying to them saying no.
That was unreal. What a show.
But I'm going to go for Salah to score to make amends.
Okay. Laura, we'll come to you. We'll leave Melon to last. The Liverpool fan will get his opinion on what everybody has said there. What do you reckon, Melon? Or sorry, Laura?
I think there'll be goals in this game. I do think Leeds are the potential squad to really exploit Liverpool and their weaknesses. Like Leeds are a team who work hard, they're pacey. I think they'll exploit the spaces in behind the two fullbacks. But I do think Liverpool are going to come out on top. But I'm going to say 3-2. I think there's going to be plenty of goals in this game. I'm going to say 3-2 to Liverpool, and I'm going to say Salah to get one.
Yeah, I would love to see Salah scoring because I do have him in the fantasy football. I don't think I'm going to take him out this week. I think I'll leave him in there, and I've been doing very well lately in the little groups and the leagues that I've been in on top of it. I'm turning into Donald Trump with the hands. Now I have armrests. I never usually have armrests, so usually I sit there on my table like this. Now I've got a nice little armrest here. Melon, what do you reckon on this one? Look, being realistic about it, you know what you're getting with Leeds. You know how poor Liverpool have been, because it was a decent enough performance there against Real Madrid.
Oh, what a goal!
Didn't take.
Sorry.
What score is it?
2-0.
Thanks for ruining it, Paddy.
Okay. 10 minutes later, what gets it.
I didn't remember the version around the for you.
So sorry, Melon. Sorry. Look, we know you're getting against Leeds. Blah blah blah. Liverpool. Like, we're talking about performance and stuff like that. Wasn't the worst performance in the world against Real Madrid. This one could be a very end-to-end game. Talk to me a little bit about your thought process, because you did say to me that you are a bit confused about Klopp's team selection in the Champions League. So the cracks are starting to show, and you've defended them to the hills. And I want to know, can you talk to me a little bit about that team selection and why he's done it? And look, don't try fucking paste over the fact that you're a Liverpool fan. Klopp is great. You were questioning his fucking team selection, so I want to know why, and I want to know what you think is going to happen.
Want to hear a dirty little mouth say it?
I want to hear your dirty little mouth tell me that you don't like Klopp anymore.
To be fair, I did only comment on the whole Thiago not starting against Real Madrid because
still a team selection. One player changed the whole team.
I just
didn't. I don't want to keep doing this, but get fucking used to it.
I didn't really understand why, when you have Thiago there, you're not playing him against the likes of Real Madrid, the big Champions League games. You can't understand why. I think it was Connor maybe last week was talking about Milner being in the midfield because he'd have put that pressure on the likes of Kroos and Modric. So I did understand why he had Milner there, but I thought he could have maybe played Milner as well as playing Thiago. Just played Thiago a bit kind of further up the pitch.
And you were saying drop Wijnaldum, or
yeah,
you have Grey Goose.
Sorry, it's the armrest. If the armrest wasn't there, it'd be under here.
Yeah, the Wijnaldum one is a bit weird because he's out of contract in the summer, and I don't know, it doesn't seem like his head is in it anymore because he hasn't got the offer that he wanted to stay at Liverpool. They're not willing to give him the money that he's on. Liverpool have this whole thing about when a player turns 30 and their contract is coming up, they won't offer them the multi-year deal with the big wages anymore. They look to obviously invest that into a younger player. So maybe Wijnaldum isn't kind of in it anymore. So that's where I would have played Thiago. This game at the weekend.
Sorry. I just want to ask you, what do you think Thiago would have brought there instead of Wijnaldum? Because he has been playing out. look, I've given Connor a bit of shit about this, where like he's been kind of saying, well, that he's playing out of position, blah blah blah, and I'm like, right, well, Henderson has been playing centre back out of position. Why not just play a worse centre half, but like at least have the two lads in position? So, like, what do you reckon he would have brought there in that game, like that hadn't already really been done? Like,
I just think if you have Milner and Fabinho sitting deep, you allow Thiago to get in behind Kroos and Modric, so that if you get the ball in behind them, then it opens up Thiago to spray the ball to Mane, Firmino, or Salah. But look, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference him starting, because Liverpool had chances without him there and couldn't finish them. Like, Mane's gone off the boil completely. Firmino, I don't know if he'll be here at Liverpool in the summer. I think he could be the first to go, maybe.
interesting.
But yeah, look, the game on Sunday is going to be a difficult one for Liverpool. I actually prefer that it's away from home, because they've struggled so much at Anfield. They tend to play a little bit better away from home. So I'm going to go with a draw.
Why are they doing that? Like,
I just think they rely massively on the fans.
Yeah,
You've no fans when you're away either.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's like going from how many years and how many games unbeaten at Anfield, and then they get bashed a couple of games, and it's like this kind of thing that's hanging over their heads. So when they go away from home, whatever it is about it, they're just playing better. So I don't know. I just think it's going to be a draw. I don't see Leeds beating Liverpool, but I don't see Liverpool beating Leeds either. 1-1 draw for me.
Okay. And can I get a goal scorer?
Salah is the only one I'm kind of... Actually, do you know what? I'll go with Jota.
Firmino. What about Firmino?
No.
Lads, I think everyone else has given their score prediction, have we? I think we have. Lala, what are you laughing at?
Just everybody's in black except for Chris.
and that is funny to you.
Yeah, we're just all paying our respects. That's all.
If you pay attention, Paddy went off camera and changed into a black top.
Oh, right, okay.
And I can guarantee I didn't go off camera. I just took my tracksuit top off.
Oh well, whatever.
I went off camera.
Did I miss that?
I completely missed it, so I thought you threw that camera off.
Did I miss that?
I just took my tracksuit top off. I'm not allowed to take
okay.
He's like a floating head.
Lads, do you know what? I'm not even joking, right? I have wrote in a private chat, so we have this private chat that we can all talk in the background, right? I have wrote on this thing, someone take their top off for no reason. And I didn't send it. I thought Paddy was having to take his fucking top off because I said that.
I have a jet black body.
That's what I just thought it was after missing you taking your t-shirt off. I just said someone take their top off for no reason whatsoever. Like, but anyway, look.
This get messy now.
Yeah. Right, we're moving on to the next one, lads. I think Liverpool are going to win 2-1 there, and Mane is going to score. Lads, we're going on to game of the week here. Chelsea and Brighton. 4-7 for Chelsea. Great price. 29-10 for the draw and 5-1 for Brighton. Lads, look, we're not going to spend long on this. There's not much to talk about. We're obviously talking about Champions League semi-finals here, so this is obviously going to be an easy win for Chelsea. So I'm just going to run through score predictions here. Paddy, what do you reckon?
2-0 to Chelsea. Havertz to score first.
Nice one. Chris?
What match are you talking about?
You know it.
I genuinely don't, because I wasn't listening. I was sending a funny gift.
Chelsea and Britain. Brighton.
Chelsea and Britain. I know, like Chelsea, 100%. I would say Chelsea 3-0, and I'll go for.
Melton's had enough. He's got to get his haircut. Shambolic haircut that he's come on with.
Oh, it's atrocious. 3-0 Chelsea, and I'll go for. Is Hudson-Odoi fit?
Oh, he's fit, baby.
I'll go for Hudson-Odoi.
Okay. War?
I'm going to go 2-2 here. I'm going to put a spanner. I'm going to think Chelsea are going to win the Champions League, but Brighton are obviously at a different level, obviously.
Chelsea win. Chelsea are going to hammer Real Madrid, but they're going to draw against Brighton.
Yeah, that's why they're putting all their eggs in one basket. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go for 2-2 because Brighton don't lose by much goals, and I think they still have a bit of fight in them. So for Chelsea, gonna go for Mount to score.
Very good. And Lawler?
Brighton have a lot to play for here.
Yeah.
It's to slate them off. I do think Chelsea are still going to win. Like, but it's just to write them off. Just to write them off. I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think, but I'll say 1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And scorer?
I'm going to go Jorginho penalty.
Oh, interesting. Lads, I'm going to go with a 3-1 win. I'm going to go for 3-1 win. 3-1 win for Chelsea. I'm going to say Havertz. Lads, I've been really impressed with Havertz lately. I know he hasn't been. He's a lazy bastard. I did say it last week. He is a lazy bastard, and the one thing that that any player can at least do is put in the work. Right, he hasn't been doing it. So I am happy that he is slightly doing it now. But I have seen a little bit of a glimmer of hope for him, and I'm going to say him to score. So
he played well last week.
Yeah, he did play well. He played very well. So probably one of the best games he's played for Chelsea. So I'm happy with that. Lads, we'll move on to the next one. Sorry, just a quick 1 or 2 comments there. RC, who I can only presume is my brother because of the stupid comment he's put in. Let's talk about City winning the quadrilateral, whatever way he said that.
Does your brother want a link to a dyslexia group? Because I know a good group that he could join.
Waters the expert. And then game of the week winning the
quadrilateral. It's a shame.
Okay, right. All right, Mr. English teacher. So talking about
you had to Google that.
Talking about City winning the quad, lads. Like I said, right, I do think it's going to be with the Champions League. It is going to be Chelsea City in the final, and I do think City are probably going to beat them if it comes down to one match.
That's generally the way it works.
The quad for City though, it's not unrealistic. Like,
what's the odds on that? Anyone know the odds?
I don't know. I haven't seen like a special or anything like that on Sky Bet. I've been looking for it and I can't see it. So I don't know a price on it. But it's not unrealistic. Like, they're in the final of one cup. They're in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. They're obviously going to win the Premier League, and now they're in the semi-final of another cup. So very realistic. If they do that,
they'll need a lot of luck.
Is that the best team that's ever existed if they do that?
Yeah.
And it's hard when you kind of.
It's hard to say. Like, it's like comparing, but it's like comparing a midfielder against a striker. Like, you can't do it. Like, it's if you were to put all of the best teams ever in the same league, like that Chelsea or that City team are nowhere near it.
Well, it's one of the best achievements of any team ever.
100%, yeah. But I mean, like,
to compare one team to another team, it's difficult because.
So if you put just for argument's sake, you put that team that City have at the moment now against the Arsenal Invincibles, who wins that match? Or
about the United treble winning team?
United treble winning team. Again, that's another match. Yeah, we can't have 3 teams in one game, Paddy.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You just don't know.
Paddy's like, can I just say, Paddy's like a floating head at the moment because he blends in so well in the background. It's just a floating head.
He's like the fucking the Queen album cover.
Yeah, just a floating head. But lads, look, going back to the City team, definitely it's one of them. I don't know. I think it could be very doable, like, for them. And like the difference between this and, like, we all say, right, okay, like, they're not going to win the quadruple, but these have the squad to do it. And that's the main difference. They have the ability to rotate players and still be in a great position. Like,
I think they'll win 2 of them. I don't think they'll win the 4 of them.
Nothing so. And what do you reckon they're going to win? Premier League, obviously.
Carling Cup. Yeah, maybe the FA Cup. And maybe the FA Cup as well. They could win the treble.
Talk about a treble, like a lower level treble there.
Yeah.
And you reckon just the Champions League now?
No, I don't think so. I don't like. If they win the Champions League, they'll win the Premier League and they'll have to miss out on something else. I don't think they'll win the 4. I'll be very surprised if they do. I'll be, Jesus, hold my hands up and congratulate them if they do, but I'll be very surprised. They need a lot of luck.
You think they will, Chris?
Yeah. Like, with the amount that they've been rotating the squad, they like,
no
1 or 2 players coming in fresh makes a huge difference for every game. So
it's not about fitness anymore, though. This is the pressure, like, of winning 4 cups. mentally.
No, but I'm not even talking about the fitness. I'm talking about like if you're fucking Gundogan who goes on a run of games where he's banging in goals when De Bruyne was out. De Bruyne comes back in, he's not getting consistent game time. It's not about the fitness, it's about just the hunger to want to win. Like when players like that come in and De Bruyne comes in or Foden comes in, whoever it is, when those players come in for City, like if they're a Carling Cup player or if they're a Champions League player, they want to win that trophy, so they're putting more effort into it, is what I would see. It's not about the fitness aspect of it, because I don't think that does come into it as much now, but I just think the hunger of it.
4 trophies, though.
Sorry, Chris, I have to pull you up on something there. Collie, I have to pull Chris because he just said a player about City that I've never heard before. Like, if you're gonna say a player's name, say it right.
I did say it right.
I cannot wait to hear this. What was it?
You didn't. It was like you're talking about Gundogan, so you might as well say his name properly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
Get it right, Chris.
It's Gundogan.
Yeah,
it's Gundogan. And he shall never be referred to as anything else other than
I do sincerely apologize. It is Gundogan.
I think.
I hope we can still be friends after this now. But
we can, and I actually appreciate you pulling me up now, because nobody's more disappointed than I am.
Yeah. Chris, I think you're spot on with the hunger aspect of things. Like, has anyone even noticed Sterling dropping out of the team altogether in the last couple of weeks? Like,
he hasn't dropped out, but he's been underperforming massively. But like, I just base it on look. Obviously, I have him in my fantasy football, and I have him in the last kind of. I actually think I have him in since the start of the season, and I don't think I've taken him out. But he hasn't done anything in the last maybe 7 or 8 games, maybe 2 points at most, and I'm afraid to take him out because he does have that potential of just scoring 3 goals. Like, no, he's been playing. He's been playing a lot. Let me just check, because I can check it here. He played the last 90 minutes, and then the 3 games before that, he only played 27 minutes. So you are right in saying that he's dropped out. But I don't know if that's just pure rotation, because they've used him in the Champions League. So, like, I just think that's. Are we going to say a Pep masterclass? Manningham, you abuse for saying a masterclass when I use.
There has been rumours of a rift though, like between himself and Pep.
I don't know. I wouldn't see it. To be honest with you, I just don't see Sterling that type of player that's going to cause that type of hassle in the dressing room. Like, I just don't see it. Like, he fights for so many. Are we going to say good things in the likes of the fight against racism and all that type of shit? Like, he does seem like a. Go on, Lala, you're laughing at me there, like, but like he has that type of.
I just don't think the way you phrased that was great. Like,
no, but do you know what I mean? He's a big
major point, like.
No, he's a big advocate for kind of doing the right thing and being an open professional and stuff like that. Like,
you're dead right. He's a great spokesperson and a role model. Like,
yeah. So I just don't see that type of falling out happening with him and Pep. Like, I don't see if Anton, like, maybe he wants to play more and Pep is kind of saying, well, we need to rotate.
Well, he's underperforming. Like, look at his stats.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he has 1 goal in the Champions League out of 9 games.
Yeah, and
9
in the
games
Premier
last
League,
year, he had 6 goals. He had 6 goals in the Champions League last year. In the Premier League, sorry,
coronavirus.
He only has 9 goals and 6 assists all season, compared to 20 goals last season and 1 assist.
Sorry, you pulled Chris up on something there. I'm just gonna pull you up on something. He has 8 assists, not 6. But
all right. Well, in the Premier League now, I'm talking about the Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League. Yeah, he has 8 assists.
My source is wrong. Then I apologize.
No, but even at that, he hasn't scored in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. So in the last 8 games, he hasn't. Sorry, 7 games he hasn't scored. He scored in the 8. But that's not good enough for a player that's in my fantasy football team. So that's all I want to get across. Is the fantasy football is the main thing. So, lads, look, we spent a bit of time on that. We're going to move on. Again, we're going to just jump on to the next match. We've 2 left after this one. Again, we're talking about Tottenham and Southampton. Going to get quick score predictions on this one. Wednesday at 6 o'clock. 4-6 for Spurs. 29-10 for the draw, and Southampton are 4-1. Paddy, give us a quick score prediction and goal score, please.
1-0 Tottenham, Harry Kane.
And Chris?
Same.
Okay, and Lawler.
1-0 Tottenham. Son.
Okay, and Water.
Danny or 2-1 and Danny Ings to score.
2-2.
Tottenham.
Okay, I am gonna go with a draw in this one, lads. I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Bale to score. I'm gonna go with Bale. I just think he might do a goal. Right, lads. Next one, Wednesday, 8:15. Aston Villa and Man City. 15-2 for Villa, 19-5 for the draw, and Man City 4-11. Lads, look, we spent a good bit of time on Man City, so don't worry about it too much. We'll get score predictions and a goal scorer. So, Paddy, can I get a score prediction on this one and a goal scorer?
I'm gonna live in hope, and I'm gonna go 1-1. Grealish score first.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, I think I'll go 2-1 City. And I'll say Villa to score first. Let me think about Ollie Watkins.
Okay, and Lawler.
I'm going to agree with Paddy, and I'm going to say 1-1 draw, but I'm going to go Ollie Watkins to score.
Interesting. And Water.
Like twins, though.
We do look like twins.
The floating head just said that. Sorry, Water. For anyone that's watching,
Water.
Sorry, I know it's every time Water goes street. But if anybody is listening to Spotify and is wondering, it's like the floating head, go to our YouTube channel and just have a look, and you'll understand why I'm calling Paddy a floating head, because he has a complete blacked out background and he's wearing a black top, and we can just see a floating head with Paddy. It looks so weird. And the junker I get, the weirder it looks. Sorry, Water, back to you. Sorry, score prediction. I'm
going to go for a 2-2. El Ghazi's out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. So I'm going to go for McGinn to score.
Oh, okay. Player.
Quick one, lads, before I give me score prediction. RC's come back in. 1-1 draw. Lay off the weed, lads. And that, I know for fact
there's a lot of wishful thinking going on here now, I have to say.
He's fucking useless. What we got here? He's fucking useless. Needs to stop kneeling and play football. What he's paid for. I'm not going to argue with that. Fair enough, lads. This whole thing, right? I do want to bring this up. Maybe not. Obviously, not this episode.
You probably shouldn't, yeah.
No,
Lawler slipped and just turned off his computer there.
Yes, God. No, but I do want to bring this up, lads. This whole kneeling thing for the Black Lives Matter thing. I do want to discuss this. Maybe next week we might have a little bit of a chat about it. It's definitely something that needs to be talked about, needs to be addressed, and I want to find out what your thoughts are on it personally. I'm not going to say too much about it myself now. I'd save that for another podcast, because we have a lot to still get through, and we're now 40 into it. So it's 100% something we do want to talk about. But look, we'll move on. Lawler's back after mentioning that. So
after conferring with his legal team.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say this? Lads, I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Man City, and I'm going to say Bernardo Silva to score first. Lads, we're moving on to the next one. I want score predictions, and I want first goal scorers, and then we're moving on. So we've got Leicester and West Brom on Thursday at 8:00. Lads, we won't be far off doing the podcast at this stage, so we'll be able to kind of review what we've said as it's kind of happening. So 8:00 on Thursday, 1-2 for Leicester, 16-5 for the draw, and 11-2 for West Brom. Water, we'll come to you first, because like you were saying, there's more chance of West Brom catching Fulham than Fulham getting out of the relegation battle. But I want to just ask you one quick thing. I don't want you to spend too long on it, but do you think there's a chance West Brom could get out of the relegation battle? Or do you think they're all gone? Do you think Newcastle are definitely staying?
It's too much of a gap. Not with the amount of games left. It's just too much of a gap.
Right. So I'm going to come to you first on this match anyway. What do you think? Like I said, I'm not going to spend too long on it. Score prediction and first goal scorer if you can.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. and I'm going to go for Vardy to get back on the scoring sheet.
Interesting. Okay. Chris?
I'll go for a 1-1 draw. And I'll go for Callum Robinson to score first.
Okay. Nice little comment that's come in there. Let's kick it out. Obviously referring to the racism that we were talking to. Absolutely. Paddy?
Yeah. Leicester will have their 3 players back from the weekend that were barred from having a party. So I think they'll be due a win. I think a 3-1 win for Leicester and Maddison to score first.
Okay, and Lala? Lala, what's up funny?
I just want to comment. Did you see Roy Keane? He was like,
yeah, leave it around.
I heard like deadpan. I just love how he did it, like complete like deadpan. Yeah, rumor has it that they were in the hotel room watching a league of their own, and Amy Redknapp.
Do you know what I love? I love that Redknapp was like, you're only after fucking asking me, can you come on to the show? Like, I wonder, did he want to come on to the show? Class.
He's a complete wind-up merchant. Like he's like deadpan, complete dry humor. I love him. Like I think he's brilliant. And him and Micah Richards together are just
brilliant.
Such an unlikely partnership. With
complete opposite track lads. Yeah, so that just proves it there. Like.
Yeah. But anyway, about the game, it depends. Yeah, if any of them fancy going out in the Raz this week, or not. But I'm actually going to say it's going to be a draw, and I'm going to say a 1-1 draw, with who will I go with? Will I go with a West Brom player or will I go with a Leicester player?
Go for a West Brom player.
Go for a West Brom player.
I was going to say Robinson, isn't he?
I do love Robinson.
Man, give us your own predictions, will you?
But I'm not going to go Robinson. So I go Leicester. And
I don't have any players.
My knowledge ends on Robinson.
No. Well, actually, I was going to say the form that Iheanacho is on in terms of goal scoring form.
No, I'm talking about West Brom. Go on. Give me a score prediction on West Brom.
So we go 1-1. We go with Iheanacho to score, Collie.
Do you know what? Iheanacho is actually probably one that you might want to bring into the fantasy. I'm just throwing it out there, lads. I think probably better to bring in than Vardy, being honest.
I put him in this week.
A lot cheaper.
Put him in this week.
Yeah, a lot cheaper and getting just as many points as Vardy is lately.
I put him and Jesse in.
Yeah, do you know what? I think he's going to be one of the ones that I'd say probably 80% of people bring in this week. So I do think Jesse Lingard
last week. 13 points. Ian actually got me 13 points last week, and he wasn't even my cap.
Yeah, he's quality. He is. He's coming up the goods, lads. I'm gonna throw out a prediction on this, and I'm gonna say a 2-1 win for Leicester. And I'm gonna go with an Iheanacho goal, lads. I do think Iheanacho's probably gonna score this week again. I'm debating whether to bring him in or not. At the moment, my fantasy team, I do have Neto in there, who I brought in last week. Poor decision. I need to get him back out, and I'm actually contemplating bringing Sterling out. But I know this is going to be the week where if I take him out, he's going to fucking score. So, yeah, lads, look, we're going to move on. This is the end of the fixtures and stuff for the week. So we're going to move on to the one thing that Paddy's no longer a floating head anymore. We're moving on to the the ultimate squad. I'm gonna do that again.
Why?
Because I had the graphic on the bottom of it. It's very unprofessional of me.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
It was very unprofessional. So, Paddy, I think you said to me you wanted to bring.
Can you get the table up there?
The league table.
Yeah.
You could have fucking told me. Hold on a second. Do I have it there? Where did you go? Oh, of course I do. Hold on, sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
It's at the bottom of that Grey Goose bottle, Collie. That's where it is.
Have it here now.
He's not far away from me.
Yeah, well,
that's not it.
That's the league table, Collie.
Half a bottle gone anyway, lads. The league table. Oh, sorry, are you talking about the league table as in?
Yeah, league table.
No.
He's having a mirror.
No, behave yourself. I'm not like. What do you think I've got? What do you think I am? I've got the.
Right,
I've got
okay. I'll
I've
say
got the results. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we actually have to be take already?
We have it. You sent it to us. You get it on the phone, sure.
Right, I do have the teams. Sorry, I don't have the league table itself. Hold on a second.
Right, well,
Go on, say what you want to say.
All right, I'll start. All right, here we go. So 36-64 for myself and Chris the first week. Okay, so that's the votes, is it?
That
Percentage.
That's the percentage.
Or do you not know the votes?
I do know the votes. Do you want the votes?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. I will pull up the amount of votes.
I'll start talking here now.
Yeah, go for it.
We started off.
So what we're here for?
Chris Kardashian there. So I have this was an Instagram poll. It was supposed to be about the ultimate team and all. I have 192 followers.
Oh, is that whiskey a bit bitter there that you have?
Chris Kardashian there has 26,000 followers or 24,000 or something like that. So
where's the number?
if we do a ratio of followers against followers, for every one of his followers, I should have like 120. If you do a ratio, okay. So technically, I didn't lose.
I actually cannot do. I can't find the.
Yeah, but like,
I'm nearly not hearing a point to this, buddy.
Your followers are probably your followers. How many of Chris's followers are actually his followers?
None.
26,000. 190.
It's only 23.9. Calm yourself.
Paddy, I don't have Instagram. Doesn't allow me to check the votes. I do know at one stage though, Chris had over 250 votes. So.
Yeah, there you go. And I've already
you had over 100. You had
about 80 then.
No. You had over 100. I remember looking at you. Had well over 100.
Well, if we go with the ratios then and say that every one of my votes should have been worth 200 compared to Chris's 26,000 followers.
200.
Or 100 say, okay, 100. Let's go with 100 for ratios. Because the ratios, 192 to 24,000.
It's outrageous. I'll allow it.
Yeah. So
what are you actually saying here, buddy?
Fairness and fair play of the game, because otherwise we'll end this competition and it'll just be a farce. It'll be like
right. So what's the alternative?
I'll fight you to the death.
I'm onto it.
No, I'm only joking. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet, but I wasn't expecting to lose with that team. That team was unbelievable.
Yeah, well,
can you bring them up side by side?
Who created the
what team? You want the teams, do you?
Yeah, mine and Chris's. Yeah.
I can't bring them up side by side. Paddy, you've got to tell me this shit before I come on live on fucking Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Hold on. We're doing the ultimate team section. You think you'd have the teams ready?
I have it based on this, right? So I don't know if you can see that. But hold on. Let me try zooming on this bad boy.
We can see it. It's all right.
I'd like to.
You just like your own post.
like your post. It's gone.
It's all right. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's grand.
What are you trying to get at here, buddy?
I just wanted to go through the teams and actually see, like,
I will go through the teams.
Where are all your votes, like, not in a mental hospital because they voted for your team over mine?
What is your point?
My team was better than yours.
The ratio of women in mental hospitals is far lower than men, so that's probably why
yes,
aren't in there.
But like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. What is the alternative here? You created this, am I right?
That's a Gerard.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have been sharing. Like, the sharing bit was a bit unfair considering you had 26,000 followers.
You shared it before I did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
100%.
No, I didn't. And then you tried to say I only shared it to bring up a bit of positivity for the podcast, and I was like, bullshit. You just wanted to win.
Oh no, I 100% wanted to win. Yeah, that's the whole point of a competition, Paddy.
Yeah. Well, then don't give it that. I was only doing it for the podcast. Bullshit.
That's sarcasm, Paddy.
It's not sarcasm.
Of course it is. I couldn't give a shit about the podcast. It's all about me.
You're full of shit. You're full of shit.
What? This is probably the most honest I've ever been in my life.
I think you're the one that really wants to win, Paddy, at the end of this, by the sounds of it. And now I can't hear anyone.
I can hear you, Kieran.
I can hear you.
Collie
Oh,
muted.
I guess we're all in control of the podcast here, so we're just looking at Chris' team.
Is Colley gone?
I don't know.
I can't see.
Collie's out there passing out on his keyboard. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Can you hear me?
Now
Now
we
I can, yeah.
Sorry, I was shouting at you the whole time there, and I was like, lads, shut the fuck up. I'm going through your fucking teams here. But none of us listen to me. Obviously, that's why. I'm going to go through the teams, right? So Chris's team is Schmeichel in goal. Controversial. Ferdinand and Vidic centre-backs.
Iconic.
Controversial. Left full is Ashley Cole. Right full is Gary Neville. Controversial with right full. Gerrard and
Scholes. Sorry.
Shh, forget that. Gerrard and Scholes in the middle, Giggs on the left, Ronaldo on the right, and Drogba and Henry up front. Right, so that's Chris's team. Sorry.
No, go. There's another arrow, Collie.
Sorry, yeah, saying that, yeah. We're going to Paddy's team, who is Schmeichel in goal. First difference we come across is Company and Vintage. So we have Company instead of Ferdinand, which I would 100% agree on.
So you're looking at them against Drogba and.
Sorry, now.
Forward?
Hold on a sec. No, Paddy, give us a break. I'm only on the fucking centre backs here. We're going through each team. Vidic and Company is a better partnership, in my opinion, than Vidic and Ferdinand.
We should have made this competition. Let's all make teams, and Collie picks who wins.
I'm just giving my opinion, right? And Chris, you have picked this purely based on you growing up watching United and having a fucking boner for fucking.
My midfield, my centre midfield there definitely wins against.
Definitely, 100%, Paddy. I agree with you on that. They win. The only question I have here is left back. You've got Dennis Irwin, where you could have had Ashley Cole.
But Irwin's a better fullback than.
Not a left. No.
He's better than Neville.
Yeah, he's better than Neville, all right.
Wait, hold on. My point is, through the spine of the team, Company and Vidic stronger. Vieira and Kane stronger. And Van Nistelrooy and Cantona against Ferdinand and Vidic, I think they would have.
Paddy, I think you and Chris have looked at this differently. So I believe that Chris has looked at this in terms of partnerships, who we've seen playing well, linking up together. I think you've gone individual, and that's the way I went. I didn't go with. I didn't go with partnering up, and I didn't go with thinking about who plays better with who.
I've gone for a balanced team.
Balanced. Okay. So look, the first difference we come across is Company against Vidic, right? So we have Company and Ferdinand. In my opinion, Company is the better defender. That's just my opinion. I don't know if anyone wants to.
Who's a better footballer?
Yeah.
Who's a better footballer?
Company was very good at the with the ball.
Who would you rather in your team?
Company.
Yeah.
That's
taking nothing away from Ferdinand. Ferdinand was a great servant for United, a great defender, but I just think Company was a beast.
Yeah, and that's why I have him on my bench. But I didn't think he was good enough to get in and break the partnership of Vidic and Ferdinand.
And can I ask you about John Terry?
He's not even on the bench because he's a scumbag.
Outrageous. Left back, right, Paddy, you've got Dennis Irwin.
Most reliable left back in Premier League history.
I keep clicking the wrong button. Chris has got Ashley Cole. I'm with Chris on this one because Ashley Cole, in my opinion, was the best left back in the world at the time. Now, I wouldn't be too opposed to you going with Irwin at right back because, like I said, I went with a bit of a wild card in Ivanovic, which
ridiculous
has 100% fucking bit me in the arse. Backfired, 100%. Yeah, I've 100% regret that. So, right, we'll move on to midfield. So we have Vieira and Kane against
Scholes and Gerrard.
Oh my god, I keep listening to the wrong one.
No, the wrong one.
Scholes and Gerrard. In my opinion, Paddy's midfield wins there, the two midfielders. Chris, comment?
Kane and Vieira all day long.
Well, obviously, I don't think that.
Okay. Giggs. Chris has gone with Giggs on the left and Ronaldo on the right. Paddy has gone with Henry on the left and Ronaldo on the right.
I think anyone who hasn't put Giggs on the left side of their team is wrong.
No.
Go away with
Why?
it.
Because of longevity.
Not because he's the best left-sided player that was ever in the Premier League.
You're telling me he's better than Hazard? In his prime, he was better than Hazard.
No. It's not about in their prime. It's about their history in their league.
It isn't in their prime.
That's where we're different. That's where we're differentiating here, and that's why we all have.
That's fair enough. That's why people are allowed to have different opinions. That's why I think Giggs is the best player in the Premier League.
In the world.
Yeah.
Him and Greenwood.
Yeah.
I just don't agree. I'm all for Henry on the left over Giggs. I don't think like a Giggs.
Well, here's the question though: would Henry be more impactful off the left or up front?
He started off as a left.
Yeah.
No, but in their prime, that's what you're saying. In their prime.
Yeah,
you're raising because
he would have been more of a threat than Giggs. Yeah,
so I'm right.
But I would have said, right? See,
Henry would have been more of a threat than Giggs, so I'm right.
No.
Sorry.
I'm saying in their prime.
Yeah, in their prime,
was up front.
Yes, in their prime. No, Henry
So
on the left in his prime.
You're taking the lesser version of Henry.
I do think that Henry played a lot better when he was playing through the centre. Like on the left, he was, and I could be wrong, but I believe he actually started out on the right and found his way to the left.
Because he's left foot.
No, because he used to love to cut in, and that's why I would say Henry in this position here, where Van Nistelrooy is probably a better option, where he's cutting in from. Although he's striker, he's left side striker, where he cuts in and plays his far corner.
If Van Nistelrooy was in the Premier League for a longer time, he would have been one of the top scorer in the league. He just didn't have enough time. He was phenomenal.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah, but
right, lads. We're nearly 2 hours into it, so we're gonna go through. So, I've said the midfield. So, go on.
I'm just saying, are we gonna go through all the teams again? Because if we hear
no. We're here. We're 2 hours in, so we're gonna be just this. This is debate. Van Nistelrooy and Cantona is for Paddy's team, and then Chris has Drogba and Henry up front. In my opinion, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm going to just give a biased opinion here. No, unbiased opinion. I would rather probably Van Nistelrooy and Cantona. I just think individually they're a lot better. I do think, however, if we're looking at it the way Chris looks at it, where like players playing together, Drogba and Henry probably would have been the best partnership out of the two of them, though.
Yeah, but you're looking at are you looking at the team or are you picking 11 individuals? Because I could pick fucking 11 forwards in that case. Like Van Nistelrooy and Cantona, there's not an ounce of pace between them. Like,
yeah, you've got Henry and Ronaldo coming either side of them.
But what it's being evaluated against, we're being compared against, and the votes are for, is which team is going to win if they're playing each other. It's not which team has the best 11 individuals.
I agree with you, Chris.
Yeah, and I still think my team would walk.
All right, fair enough. 200 odd people don't agree with you.
Yeah,
200 odd fucking Spice Girls.
Lads, we're moving on.
Actually in there.
We're moving on. We're moving on to the next section of the show, which is I'm just gonna come back quickly to we're gonna wrap this up soon enough. We're gonna come back quickly to the question section. Lads, there was 2 questions there, but I want to just look at one in particular. And it's in from Andy. Question to the floor: 3 league titles in a row, or 1 treble winning season. We won't spend massive amounts of time on it. Paddy, I want to know which one would you pick and why?
The treble, because I've experienced both with United, and the treble winning season there was nothing like it. So yeah, that one.
So
I've got to experience both of them as a supporter supporting United, and yeah, the treble winning season was just amazing. Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, same. I'd probably go for the treble, but I could see why. Like, it depends on who you support.
Longevity.
it depends on who you support and what you've experienced, like growing up or supporting a team. Like if you're like a Liverpool fan in around our age, you haven't seen them winning leagues the way that United fan at our age has. So you probably want that consistency of having three, especially with the way things have gone this season for them. I could understand why a Liverpool fan would pick 3 titles in a row. But yeah, as somebody who's experienced both, I'd definitely go for the treble because it's more of a statement.
Okay. Lads, I'm going to pull myself out of the stream for 2 seconds. I just have to run and get something. Water and then Lawler. I want your opinion. So, Water, you got first there. So, 2 seconds. Absolutely. Water, I want your opinion on this.
Yeah, Chris, I think you're right. It depends on where you're coming from or where your background is on it. I think if you want to be remembered as one of the better teams in the league or ever, you probably need a history of consistency. But then again, you can't overlook being the best team in Europe and domestically. So, but if it was me, as experiencing both, I'd probably go for the treble because it's still something that's very rare to achieve. And you've probably seen teams win 3 leagues in a row. Not commonly, but you'd probably have more of a recollection of more teams doing it. So yeah, I'd probably go more for the treble because it's just that more rare.
I'm going to say, well, it hasn't actually specified what that treble is. Like if it doesn't include the Champions League, then I think I'd rather win.
But I suppose imagine it's a good treble. Like imagine.
I know, like, but I'm just being a pessimist, like, because that's what I am, like. But like, if that's the league and the Carling Cup and the FA Cup or the league and the Charity Shield, I don't know what people are, because that's not a trophy, like, in my opinion.
But that's not a true treble. The way
if it's the FA Cup, the league and the Champions League, then I'd rather win the treble. But in terms of I totally agree with you, Chris. And like, you want to see consistency because we haven't won the league in quite a long time. So if it is the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the league, then I would rather win the treble.
It is an interesting one, lads, isn't it? Like where, like, I think the treble winning obviously means that your team has longevity, and 3 league titles in a row. Is that like, is it saying that that's all you're going to win, or do you have opportunities to win other things? Like, that's why.
It says
you just said that, like,
you mixed those statements up, Collys.
Yeah, I think you mixed the statements up because the treble doesn't give you longevity. The treble gives you that.
Oh, sorry. I meant 3 league titles in a row. Sorry, I missed that up.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Greg was talking about. No, so that's what I mean. Sorry, 3 league titles in a row obviously means your team has, like, youth on the side, but also maybe experience on the side. So you have to look at it. Like, I think you could really break this one down where you think if you get 3 league titles in a row, your team was obviously really top quality team over the 3 years.
That's mentality, isn't it? Like,
well, ability as well. You're going to get ability. Like, if you're going to be winning 3 leagues in a row, you've got an.
Well, I think it takes more mentality to win 3 leagues in a row. Would you think?
That's desire. That's desire to go.
You probably go down as a better team in general. Like I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but like for now, for example, with City, we're talking about the quadruple or a treble now for City. I wouldn't be that upset if they did do it because I'm looking at the standard of the teams around them. And if this United team are the closest to them, like, yes, I'm not trying to discredit it. It obviously takes a lot for them to go and win a treble or a quadruple, whatever they end up getting. But I'm not as upset about it because they didn't have an awful lot of competition against them.
But if you talk to any United player and ask them what's the best United team of all time, they'll all say the treble winning team.
Oh yeah. I know that. Yeah,
I'll say it. I think it's like an automatic answer. The most successful team of that year has to be the answer. Like, has to be.
But then I think that if you go 3 leagues in a row defending two defending it, but 1 winning it. If you go 3 seasons in a row winning the league, that's a next level of consistency, and you have to have a lot of depth. You have
easier to do that.
Do you think so?
I don't know. City are very
more teams have done it. How many teams have won the quadruple?
Well, we're talking about travels.
I'm just saying City as an example.
No. It said it's easier to win 3 titles in a row
Than a treble. Like.
Yeah.
How many teams
Yeah,
have won 3
like-
titles
Yeah,
in a
but
row?
that's because domestically teams can dominate
In the last
domestically.
Yeah,
20
like,
years.
Celtic are a good
Unless you're
example.
playing the SPL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Celtic are a good example where they won fucking 10 in a row, whatever it was, like something stupid. Like. It depends on the
Oh, yeah.
league. I do believe it depends on the
No,
league.
let's go with the Premier League then. Let's just talk about the Premier League.
Very hard, yeah. Very hard to win 3 in a row. Like,
No, I know,
Very
but it's been done a lot more than anyone has won the treble.
I don't know. In the Premier League, I don't think so. I don't think it's
And
ever
if we
been.
look at the All Fourth Division Premier League,
Yeah. Liverpool and United were being dominated back then. Like,
yeah, and have City done it? Won 3 leagues in a row?
no.
No.
Nobody
No.
has. In the Premier League era, sorry, nobody has done it.
United have won 3 leagues in a row.
In the Premier League era?
Yeah.
Mm,
Definitely.
I'll
Definitely.
look it up now.
I don't
Definitely.
know. Anyway, so lads, what are we saying? We're saying
Treble.
you'd pick a treble.
Travel, yeah.
Okay, lads, we'll move on to the final part of the show. We're going over 2 hours here. Obviously, with it being the night that it is, it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, United have.
Have they? Yeah, interesting. Stand
98 to 2001.
Very good. Right, we're going to move on to
Very
the.
good.
Oh shit! Never got the.
So they've done both. They won the treble and 3 titles in a row during that time. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Sorry,
United have won it 3 times in a row on 3 different occasions.
Yeah.
All right, lads, you're living in the past. Lads, I'm gonna move on to me bets. Paddy, you've got your bet of the week. Sorry, I haven't got a graphic for it, and or can't pull up.
I have my bet of the week, and I've done a bet as well.
Can you talk to me about it and what you've got done?
I can share my screen if you like.
Yeah, sorry, I've gone to myself there on my own.
No, you're
Okay.
all right. Share. No. Wrong
The
one. Sorry.
whiskey's taking over, lads. For anyone listening on Spotify, we are just waiting on Paddy to share his screen so we can see his bets. Okay.
Okay, so I have a tenfold here for the weekend. Well, for the next round of fixtures in the Premier League. So I have Everton to win against Tottenham, and I have a fiver on this, and I'll get 5,700 back if they win it. Arsenal against Fulham, of Arsenal to win. United to win against Burnley. A draw between Newcastle, West Ham. Wolves to beat Sheffield United. Leeds to beat Liverpool. Chelsea to beat Brighton. Tottenham to beat Southampton. Man City to beat Villa. And Leicester to beat West Brom. And then for my 10 to 1,000 bet, I won my first week's bet, got me up to €55, and I'm after going for Man United to beat Burnley minus 2 goals.
I just feel -2 is a lot.
I'll tell you where I'm coming from. We haven't got a game for another week after that. We had a good result last weekend. I think we want to cement our second place. I just got a good feeling about it. And again, this is all about betting. You know, like, again, it's a risk.
It is a gamble.
This is what I
Yeah.
want to go for. Fucking he who
Yeah.
dares and all that rudders.
Love it. Yeah, I again, like I said, I was jumping on board the 10 to 1,000 with you. My bet unfortunately lost. I haven't done. I am gonna jump back onto it. I'm determined, like yourself, to get to 1,000 from a tenner. I don't care what it takes. I will do it. I haven't done my bet yet, but I will be posting on the Instagram page anyway. So people will see that. I'm just gonna. Has anyone got any other bets? Sorry, before I go into my own ones. Has anyone got any bets done? Water, Chris, Laura?
Every week I always do an accumulator for my predictions that I do throughout the pod.
Okay.
So I'll add all of them to it's usually very high odds, obviously. Yeah, so it's a tenfold this week. So basically for all of the predictions that I made, not scoring, just the winner, it's 666, which I'm not sure if it's a very good odd to 1.
And who have you got? Who did you? I find that sometimes doing the bets and talking about the predictions, they may differ, and sometimes I feel like I talk myself into picking maybe a different team in terms of when I look at the bets and the odds, and it's slightly different, and I see more value in going for, say, for instance, an Everton and Tottenham. I might be talking about Tottenham winning, but I would go for the draw on the bet because I see it as a more valuable bet, maybe. So do you know if they've matched up or are they slightly different?
Well, no, I'm not really too fussed about losing the bet, to be honest. So I'll kind of just stick to. It's more just for the crack, like with Waters' prediction last week. If he'd have done a bet on that, he'd have been laughing. So it's just more of a superstition thing at this stage. Like for all of the predictions I do, I'll make an accumulator out of it, and basically just whatever odds I get. So basically Everton to beat Tottenham, West Ham to beat Newcastle, Wolves to beat Sheffield, Arsenal to beat Fulham, United to beat Burnley, Leeds to beat Liverpool, Chelsea to beat Brighton, Tottenham to beat Southampton, City to beat Villa, and Leicester to beat West Brom. And it's 666.71 to 1.
Love it. Look, it's all these things, lads. Like, and we talk about like the betting and stuff like that, and people say, "Oh, you do fucking stupid bets, you're never gonna win it." Lads, the odds of us being alive is 200 trillion to 1. Just for anybody that didn't know.
Oh, he's getting all philosophical now.
I'm just throwing it out there. The odds of us being alive is 200 trillion to 1, and you reckon you can't win 1,000 to 1 accumulator? You're fucking delusional. Lads, just a quick one on the comments there. Aubameyang has malaria.
Yeah, I was trying to say that. They're fucking
sorry. Aubameyang just came out and apparently he has malaria. So
2 hours ago.
Was it? Yeah. Sorry.
I thought that was water. I had to say something about Madrid.
I thought it was fucking you saying that. Lads, a quick one. I'm going to jump onto my bets here, right? So I'm going to remove that graphic because it's kind of in the way there. Again, I've kind of done the same thing with yous where I've looked at all the Premier League games and I've gone through them. So I've gone with Everton and Tottenham to draw. I've gone with West Ham to be Newcastle. I've gone with Wolves to be Sheffield United. I've gone with Arsenal to be Fulham. I've gone with United to beat Burnley. Liverpool to beat Leeds. Chelsea to beat Brighton. Spurs to beat Southampton. City to beat Villa. Leicester to beat West Brom. Again, lads, they're all kind of the top teams. Like, there's no real top teams playing each other other than the Everton and Tottenham one. The rest of them seem straightforward. Can I say that? Maybe the West Ham Newcastle one, maybe a little bit dodge, but you get value for it with 21.
I think Arsenal Fulham is a bit dodge.
Yeah. I'd be more confident in West Ham anyway.
Yeah. Good price on West Ham, 21 to 20. So I've gone with that one, right? And I've just thrown a quid on it, €1, and I've got 248 quid back on it.
All right, Jono.
I'll be investing in a lot of silver after. Lads, we'll go on to the next bet. I've gone with a tenfold, and I've gone with a fiver on this one. Again, as I said, I do usually like to see a profitable cash out before the match starts. This one is negative, but the profitable didn't win last time, so it makes no fucking difference. I've gone with West Ham to beat Newcastle. I've gone with Brentford to beat Millwall. I've gone with Watford to beat Luton. Swansea to beat Wickham. Burton to beat Plymouth. Charlton to beat Ipswich. Hull to beat Fleetwood. Exeter to beat Southend. Bolton to beat Grimsby. And Wolves to beat Sheffield United. Again, I've put fiver on that, and that returns 1,400 quid, lads. So a decent return on that one. Probably one of my bets of the week, actually. The next one I've got is another ninefold, a fiver on it again. I've gone with Forest to beat Huddersfield, Chesterfield to beat Bromley, Stockport to beat Maidenhead, Hartlepool. Just a quick one on Hartlepool, lads. There is a midfielder, and he is a guy I know very well, Gavin Houlihan. I played with Matt Cherry Orchard. And
name drop.
Football friend. But he has been we've always been in this conversation about Ireland and obviously lack of goals and stuff like that. If you look up his stats, lads, he's getting a serious amount of goals for Hartlepool. But the problem he has with being called up to the Ireland team
is that he plays for Hartlepool.
But it's not that, because so fair enough, he plays for Hartlepool. It's in a lower league, but we've always had this thing where Stephen Kenny wants to bring through the League of Ireland players. But what is the difference between a player at Hartlepool and a player at a League of Ireland team? I don't see any difference. This guy gets fucking goals from midfield. Gavin Houlihan is his name. Look him up, lads. Most of the time, you'll see him actually scoring for Hartlepool. He's scoring from midfield. I would have a massive shout on fucking Gav being called up to the Ireland team just for his goals alone. So look, that's all I just wanted to say on that. Hartlepool against Wellstone, 8-15. He got no French. The draw between Carlisle and Port Vale, again, both teams not in bad form, but 11-5 is the kind of smart bet, I think, on that one. Swansea to beat Wickham and Burton to beat Plymouth. I've gone abroad. I've gone with Galatasaray to beat Göztepe. Are you going to allow that one? Don't think he's have a choice. Benfica to beat Gil Vicente. And that's it. Yeah, I'm being. That's the best I can give you. €792 returns from a fiver there, lads. So,
and your cash out was gone up while you were talking, is that?
Oh yeah, I've gone up fucking 11 cent or 12 cent or something at this stage.
That's your influence, Collys.
Yeah, they're obviously watching the pod. I've gone with a 4-fold draw here, lads. I like to do these ones. I've gone with Stoke and Preston to draw. I've gone with Rochdale and Accrington to draw. I've gone with Wigan and Crewe to draw, and I've gone with Harrogate and Bradford to draw. Again, €4 or €3 on it, and you'll get €309 back. So 102 to 1. Usually the 4 draws is around 100 to 1 anyway. So last one then, lads. A 6-fold. Again, this is the one where I won 12 grand on. It's the one that I always like to do, and it's always a potential for a big, massive cash out. West Ham to beat Newcastle, both teams to score and win. Swansea to beat Wickham, both teams to score. Hull to beat Fleetwood, both teams to score. Watford to beat Luton, both teams to score. Exeter to beat Southend, both teams to score. And Leverkusen to beat Cologne, and both teams to score. Again, €1 on that will get you 3,001. When I done it with 12 grand, it was 4 teams, so that's why it had such a big return. So, lads, that is pretty much all we've got rocking for the weekend. Again, I use that rocking just to try stay young with the kids. Lads, that's pretty much it for the pod. I know it's been a fucking extra long one. We've all been kind of having
We call this fucking episode Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings trilogy, part 2 coming up next Thursday. Lads, look, again, it's my 30th birthday. I fucking appreciate you all coming on and spending the day and the night with us.
Speech.
That's all I've got. That was my speech. There's not much else I have to say after that.
2 hours 15 minutes. He's talking.
Yeah, there's not much else I need to say. Lads, I fucking really appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure. Paddy.
Happy birthday, mate.
Cheers. Chris.
Happy birthday, bud.
Cheers, pal. Water.
Happy birthday.
I love the black stuff. And Lala. Cheers.
All downhill from 30, Paul.
All fucking downhill. Shout out to Melon. Obviously was on as well, and Connor could not make it tonight. He was scheduled to be on, but unfortunately
Making too much money on the fucking stock exchange to not be on here.
He's off doing fucking Snow Angel and his fucking money that he's after making from his crypto. So
what was it? XRP? He was up
XRP is bringing him to the moon apparently. So we'll get an update on Connor's Crypto Corner next time he's on. There is another one that we want to talk about, Dogecoin or something it's called. So well, look, lads, we're going to end it here. Again, if anybody's watching and you haven't followed our Instagram page, the Footballbets4u Podcast, Google us or fucking Instagram us, whatever it's called. You will find us there. YouTube channel is Footballbets4u. I think, I don't know who gives a fucking shit anyway. Lads, I'm ending it there, lads. It's been a pleasure. We will be back next Thursday at the exact same time with possibly the exact same people. So thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you've got this far, you're a legend. Cheers, lads. Peace out.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.